Oh, hey everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to
What the flip?
playing some Maverick today.
We are playing.
Because I wanted to.
She did. I did too, because it's been a little bit. And you know, it's a fun game.
It is.
So.
So you hear Kevin quoting this movie constantly.
Well, I quote the movie The Pinball Game.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little both. Yeah, it's Maverick the movie, The Pinball. So there you go. See, this is right there. Maverick the movie.
In case you were confused.
Yeah.
It's not Maverick the TV show.
It's true.
Sorry, y'all, if you prefer that.
No, they didn't make one of those, so at least not that I'm aware of. Anyway, all right, we're just gonna start off with trying to score 1 billion.
Yeah. If people come in, want to know how to play this game, we'll talk about it a little bit because you don't see it very often, but you do see it sometimes. So you know, it's nice to know how to play games.
Let's try and knock the ball. So yeah, we I don't know. We've had this game for about almost a year, something like that. Close-ish.
And yet, there's only like 2 high scores.
Well,
This game is hard to.
we have yet to blow it up.
Well, and I think part of it is I really want to get to the poker championship, so I'm always trying to do that. And yeah, one time I had it lit and it was magical, and then I drank. Because that's what you do when you get something super exciting in a wizard mode lit, then you drink, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, in that, I
Maybe your first time through.
I kind of feel like I'm trying to decide if we have it set too hard, if it's set pits, this or that. I don't know.
Well, in our defense, we did have it set on like extra hard, no extra balls, because I went through this phase where I wanted everything to be super hard. So at tournaments, if they weren't extra hard, it would be a bonus instead of if it was harder than I was used to, I would be scared. So in our defense, I think for a good few months it was set on extra hard, right?
Yeah.
Or at least on tournament mode.
Pretty much. I mean, the whole gist of this, I mean, to really simplify it, you're playing poker hands down here at the bottom. Like, you're completing poker hands by hitting drop targets, or folding if you don't think you can hit them.
And right now, Kevin's got the straight lit. You can tell because it's blinking, which is right up by the Lauren Bell. I was going to point at the computer screen, but you can't see our computer screen.
It's right up there.
And then you can see what, if you can look at the DMD to see what cards you have up, or you can look at what drop targets are still standing. So he has 2 cards. I'm going to tell him how to spot a card.
By getting the rollovers in these in-lanes, you can spot a card, and then you hit the poker, or the dealer.
Well, you light spot a card.
Yeah, you light spot a you light spot a card, and then you actually spot the card by hitting the dealer, which, no! I was doing okay. The dealer shot is right there, and that one is the one that actually spots the card.
Yeah, so, a lot of times I'll do that. The easiest way, because you can feed it to the in lanes by hitting the right ramp. You can feed the right in lane, and then you got a clean shot at the race, or at the spotted card race fold spot.
Fold.
Oh, Lauren Bell? Okay, we'll try for that. I think you're super, Pops. Alright. But you gotta be careful, because you only have so many you can discard. So if you hit cards that are not in your hand, you can lose that hand.
Please tell me the game came with the Dillinger under the cabinet. We cannot confirm nor deny that happened. Yeah, this.
That would be quite the bonus.
Yeah, it's just whoop. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, this game is a lot of fun. I unfortunately just so as soon as I started that mode, I drained. So you can see that I have that. Well, we have LEDs in this game, and they're flickering pretty good. So it's this one right here. That should be solidly lit.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
That's bad.
So I don't know what. We may need to get the. They make a set of boards that are.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, well, I think it's worse today because of the different lights.
Oh.
Basically, they make a couple. They make a new set of boards that will actually eliminate that. And so we just haven't done it yet. That's on the list of things.
On our dry erase board on the fridge.
On the refrigerator of things that we want to fix.
So it doesn't save your progress on a hand from ball to ball, but it will save what hand you are on, and I think it also resets the amount of cards you have to discard, though I could be wrong about that. It's been a while since I played.
Yeah.
So you'll see oh, should I try for drop poker? No, we're going to save drop poker for later.
I'm going to see if I can fix those LEDs at all. I don't think I can, but I'll try.
Yeah, see, I've played no modes. Lauren Bell is that yellow blinking light you're seeing down kind of by Alfred Molina's face. And I'm going to go for that because it's a very lucrative mode if you do well on it. Oh my gosh! Y'all can see how bad I am at plunging when we play this game.
Your bet, raise.
It's race.
Ante-up.
So in tournament mode, it systematically goes through the hands, like it goes in a certain order. So you know it always starts at, that was stupid. It always starts at the 3 of a kind, then it goes to the straight, then it goes, I think, to the 4 of a kind,
Yeah.
royal flush, full house, 2 of a kind, I think. So.
Yeah, I don't know. So what I could do to try and eliminate some of that flicker is make the whole playfield brighter. I don't know if that'll make it worth watching though. So you guys let me know if that flickering really bugs you. I'll turn up the, I'll turn it up and see if that makes it better or worse.
Yeah, just let us know. Coops Cash is also a great mode. So Kevin's trying to hit all of the green shots. You can see most of the green lights. One is the left orbit, one's that dealer shot kind of up the middle, one's the right ramp, and one's the right orbit. Once you get all of those shots, there'll be a strobing shot. And when you hit that, it's really great because it resets your timer and you start all over again with more points available. So it's really great. Don't like Stagecoach. Oh, and the way you can change your mode on this game is the ramp will change it or pop bumpers change it. I don't like Stagecoach, so I'm going to try Lock Ball, which means I'll probably start Stagecoach. Hey, I like the ball. Multi-ball is actually really lucrative in this if you are good at the right ramp and the captive ball under the Lawrence bell. And it's also, one of the things though that makes it lucrative is if you can, oh my goodness, if there's only one ball in there and you lock 2 balls, then you can plunge for a 4-ball multi-ball and you can plunge for a 3x or 2x of your jackpots. So I would recommend that if you get this in tournament, I mean, unless I guess virtual locks are turned on, if they're not, I would probably recommend going first, honestly, because that would give you a big advantage. I did terribly.
You were
Sorry, everybody.
busy explaining too.
It's no excuse. My dreams were not from explaining.
So I don't know. I turned it way brighter. You see how blown? It looks so blown out now though. Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. I almost think that's nonsense.
Probably.
'Cause now the ball seems to be like herky jerky.
Yeah.
Is it too bright?
Oh, I'm sure it is. I can guarantee it's too bright. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it back down. That looks worse.
Well, like I say, the ball is not. The ball tracking is weird. Oh, Angel's Revenge is also a fun mode. I probably should try to punch for that. Oh, that is something that happens, so beware that sometimes it doesn't catch your ball when it's supposed to, and it will come out. So just be ready for that reject if you get this tournament, because it's happened to me several times. So the plunge here increases. My jackpot right now is only 5 million. If I can plunge the one, I'll get 15 million for a jackpot. Excellent. So then, so to light your lock, if you don't get it off the plunge, you hit the right ramp. So I'm just gonna go for multi-ball for now, because obviously whatever I was doing that first game didn't work out.
I just would tinker with the video more, but I'm afraid we'll lose the video, so I'm torn.
Alright, here we go. Let's hit it this time. And then to lock the ball, you hit that left orbit.
Ooh,
That's
you got
all.
3.
So tell them about the weird tilt in this.
This tilt is goofy. If you set it on tournament mode, you can set the number of tilts between 1 and 5. But if you set it up on just normal, like whatever home use, or just normal setup mode, not tournament, you can go 1 or 3. Or no, it's 0 or 3. But you can't go 1 or 2. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it's weird. It's got weird.
It's bizarre. So, yeah. So
And it also does, part of the reason we had on tournament for a while is it will randomly give you that extra ball at, excuse me, the third plunge hole.
And it's no rhyme or reason. Just
Yeah, because we used to think it was like a pity thing, like if your score was low enough. But there have been times when either of us have had really stinky scores. Like, I bet on my ball it doesn't give it to me, even though, like, my score's really good. Prove me wrong, machine.
How's everybody out there doing?
Your bet.
Hopefully doing well.
Maybe.
We are going to Southern Fried Gaming this
Are we?
weekend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So if you guys are down there and want to say hello,
Yeah, we'll be down there.
say hello.
We're gonna try to stream something exciting down there, right?
I think it's pretty much a done deal, so I don't know if you want to announce it or not, but
Maybe.
I'm not sure. It's probably going to be Saturday morning, but we are talking to some people down there about streaming a game that we have not seen streamed yet.
Oh, it
so,
did give me the extra ball. Let's go for that.
I don't know. I was talking with the guy today, though, so I don't know if it's going to be at our normal 9 o'clock time. Hello, Todo Bien. How are you? I don't know if it's going to be at our normal 9 o'clock time. I know we haven't really been streaming on Saturdays. We've been ridiculously busy. But we are going to stream this Saturday.
So
I don't
yeah,
know what it is,
It didn't.
what time it's going to be.
Can I
but-
follow up on this?
Yeah, sorry.
So it didn't give me the plunge thing because there were already 2 balls locked in the Lauren bell. So if you were wondering about what I was talking about earlier with that,
That's it.
there is no ball save. There's no ball save. But see, if I drain out like that, I can get a nice little restart on the left orbit, which I normally can hit, but today I won't be able to. It's fine.
Come on.
Okay, we got this. Right here. Here's the shell. Too
yeah.
late.
Yeah, I should know.
I don't want it. This is embarrassing. Alright, it's fine, everybody. I'll play better at some point. So the point on multi-ball is,
No, you're not there.
yeah, it's in the right. Okay, I hate this mode, but it's very lucrative if you can hit the shot. It wants you to hit the captive ball that's underneath the Lauren bell, which I'm gonna try to feed it. No, missed. You can actually hit it from the lower right flipper, which I think is less dangerous than going from the upper right flipper.
Yeah.
But it scores you 100 million if you hit the first time, and then 200 million the second time. Does it end after 2 or is it 3?
I think it's just 2. I think it's 2 hits and bode's over.
But it's a hard shot because sometimes you'll hit the ball and it won't actually. Oh shoot! I was trying to feed the right. Oh, see, that's the shot. I just didn't quite get it in.
Yeah, it's a lot like the dialed-in, or like SIM card shot, I guess. I find it's even more difficult, personally.
I hope you all came to see flipper errors, because that's all that's happening right now. But the good news is, I did plunge correctly on the extra ball, and all 3 of my plunge awards will be relit on my next ball. So if you get an extra ball, do try to get whatever wasn't, whatever you haven't gotten yet, because
Read that
you're
wrong.
doing well. Maverick's mad we haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, Maverick collected some dust, so we had to dust it off a little bit. So
Alright, I'll try
he's
to go for Angel's Revenge.
not too happy.
Angel's Revenge is fun because what you're trying to do is you build up the value with switches, but then you're trying to hit that shot, which I just hit, and you collect it.
A decent amount of points.
Collects whatever that value you've built up is. So.
You can just keep ripping that shot. That's probably the best way to do it.
Ah, so that was not my fault. It's finally starting to play well.
Yeah, you beat up on me.
Okay, we got this.
Yeah.
Did you set a challenge? Score 1 billion.
Yeah, right?
Alright, we can do that. Not the way we're playing.
I mean,
Alright, I don't want bank heist, so I'm gonna lock. Normally, I think it's nice to lock a ball, unless it's a mode you know. But, okay, in tournament mode, it always starts on Coop's Cash. So, bear that in mind. Which is a great mode. You want to tell them about the Stagecoach Mystery?
Stagecoach Mystery is the same rewards you would get from doing Lauren Bell, or I should say Lauren Bell is the same ones you get from Stagecoach Mystery.
I did something right with
It's-
this.
And to light Stagecoach Mystery, which is up that right ramp as well, you got to go the orbits. You have to do it X amount of times. I think the first time is what, 3 or 4?
It's
It'll tell you,
Maybe
like,
3.
if you hit that orbit, it'll tell you how many more you have to light Stagecoach. And then you'll see that it's lit. There's a little light above the ramp that says Stagecoach. Just hit that, and then it randomly awards you anywhere from an extra ball to mega pops to 20x bonus, laser kickback, like super kickback, I think is what they call it. Basically, that means
where it never goes up.
yeah, for the rest of that ball, you can just keep hitting it down that left out lane. And the
Oh,
kickback
you
continues
heard
to
it.
work.
You
Yeah.
heard it.
The other one I think it can give you is infinite discard.
Yeah, which actually, if you're playing in tournament mode, infinite discard is the first reward it gives you. Followed, I don't remember now. It's been too long. I used to know everybody.
Yeah, so it's like I'm 90% sure it's all the same rewards. So
I
there's,
missed it.
but in tournament mode it takes away extra ball and light extra ball, because those are both rewards if you get into the Lauren Bell mode.
I think the extra ball is worth 50 million. 50, yeah, million. Yeah. When it's worth points. I think. Because, if you're in Lauren Bell and you're doing really well and you loop around, you can both light an extra ball and receive an extra ball. Were you moving it back, or was that from... Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, so that was not a very good ball for me. I was trying to hit that captive ball, and I probably should have just let it well enough alone.
So I haven't figured out the best way to, I mean, I was getting fairly successful. I know. With loop passing on the
Don't fold yet.
plunge.
Your best. Ready. And
But it's still a kind of scary feat. And you can't short plunge. Well, you can. I guess we should. I knew that was going down the middle. I wanted the Lauren Bell. I'll get it right here. It's fine. So it kind of sucks, though. I am like one hand away from starting my mode. So it kind of sucks if I take this on the plunge, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Let's say go for draw poker.
Oh, I could go for draw poker, but I'm not. I'm going to go.
Draw poker is like a fourth skill shot, if you want to call it that. On the plunge, if you plunge it past the number 3, and then you hit underneath and get the bank heist shot, it starts another little mode called draw poker. So it just, it lets you then hit all the drop targets to score a bunch of points. Well, to score a decent amount of points. It's not like ridiculous or anything.
So the right out lane on Maverick is incredibly hungry. You need to do whatever you can to prevent it, because there's nothing you can bounce it off of if it hits to the right, the top of the right sling. It will bounce it to the out lane.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone out there wants to keep track, I would say most of our balls are going to go out that right out lane.
Most of Lindsay's anyway. Mine will go straight down the middle. Like that.
Well, if you believe that's what's going to happen, that's just going to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
But see, now all my thingies are lit up again.
Right down the middle.
And I'm not going for bank heist. I'm going to go... Should I try? No, I'm going to like a ball. I'm not confident enough in my playing, but... Yet. We'll get there, everybody. Kevin really likes the music in this game.
I really like the movie. I like the soundtrack. I like the game.
The game's fine.
Funny thing is, I never knew this was a pinball machine until basically right before we bought it. I was like, oh, no kidding.
I'm gonna eventually figure out how to do it. What did I say?
Hello, everybody. Hello, Shannon Stafford.
Hello.
How are you? All right.
All right, I'm gonna try the whole
Special's lit.
Yeah, I don't think special gives you any points in.
Doing well. That's good to hear. We are doing well ourselves.
Woo!
Playing some pinball on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're not playing pinball very well, but we're doing well, in general.
This game is, like I said, it's not exactly easy.
Most of my drains have not been good pinball games. Hey, there you go. Okay, I do want to point out, because both Kevin and I are not really ones who let things...
Special!
There's another one out the right out lane for those keeping score at home. But yesterday at the tournament, I normally am not one where if I'm... What game was it that... I moved it, and then I took my hands off of it for a second, but I had to try to save it. And normally I won't tilt with the flippers, but it definitely tilted. So I was like, okay, I see why people will, try to trap. And I'm going for draw poker. Here we go.
Yeah, we're having fun.
Nope.
It's been a little bit since we played Maverick, so we're trying to get used to it. And I got some new lighting going on, so that seems to, I brought out the flicker and the LEDs, so sorry about that. But, it is what it is. Yeah. I got the next 2 days off work, so, I get the next several days off work. I'm not going in next week either, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Hey, it didn't go out that day.
I saw that.
See, I point out when it doesn't go out as well, so, I'm an equal opportunity pointer outer.
Right. Yeah, so next week, I was saying before, we're doing Southern Fried this weekend, and we are taking the streaming equipment on the road.
Woo! That was.
We are going to try and stream some from the road, so we are going to go. We're going to
stream our whole 8-hour car trip. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, we're going to try and stream from Southern Fried Gaming, at least Saturday. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll leave the rig up elsewhere too, depending on who we meet and talk to. I've reached out to a few people, so we'll see what happens. and then we'll be in an area that has other pinball machines. We'll be down in the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge area, so we'll see if we can find a pinball or two down there that we're able to stream. So I don't know. I know they got that whole Pinball Hall of Fame now, so we're gonna try and reach out to them and see what they think. So fingers crossed, we have a stream for next Wednesday as well. So, but yeah, it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to some time off work finally, and actually going and doing something, not just taking time off.
That is terrifying to me because with all the okay, now that I know what it looks like when it's not on with this lighting, it's very hard to tell if the kickback is lit on on this right now. So to relight the kickback, it's pretty cool. We haven't seen this yet.
I was gonna go to Southern Fried, but decided not to go. That's a bummer. I heard that someone's bringing the Spaceballs, the game, to Southern Fried. Too bad it's too far away. Oh yeah, I did hear about Spaceballs, the game. Who directed Spaceballs, Lindsay?
Mel Brooks. I mean, Woody Allen. I'm just kidding. We had this thing about Blazing Saddles. It is Mel Brooks, but
I was
annoying
like,
Kevin the other day
because I couldn't remember. I
kept saying Woody Allen.
I was like, it's not Woody Allen. Stop saying Woody Allen. Yeah. Yeah. No, this is the first time we've gone, so we're meeting up with a couple of friends that we met at Allentown. So
Are
that
we?
should
Is
be
that
fun.
confirmed? Did you talk to them?
Yeah. Well, I mean, insofar that, yeah.
Okay.
We'll meet them up. It'll be fun.
Sweet.
Um,
Said no. There was talks of us letting them know we were going.
oh no, I let them know, and then yeah. They're gonna be there.
See, you never told me that.
I did. I did tell you this. It's
Hope y'all have
shenanigans.
fun. We hope so too. Lots of tournaments to be played, so I'm sure I'll have a blast. Even though my playing's not great right now, it's okay. I need to work on Okay, I'm gonna successfully drop catch on this stream, everybody. I'm saying it now. It's gonna happen.
I'm in Virginia right now, heading back home to Florida. Gotcha.
Ooh, we're in Florida. Oh, there we go.
Because her aunt actually lives in Florida. We were going to make a trip down there, but then her aunt came up here.
Yeah, she might be watching. So hello, Aunt Kat.
Yeah, if you're watching, hello, Lindsay's family. So yeah, we were thinking about that and going back and forth.
Nope, didn't drop it. Ooh, that was scary.
Because we have a day or two to fill between Jacksonville, huh? All right.
Yeah, there's a pretty big pinball scene, right, in Jacksonville. I know I went down to Free Play, Florida 2 years ago, and I wish I could remember who I talked to there. He was a super nice guy, but he was telling me about, is it you? The Jacksonville pinball scene, and it sounded like there was a good one. What am I doing? What do I
Huge
want?
in Florida. Gotcha. That's cool. Yeah, there's a few.
Flipper error! Why?
Because you're in your own head. That's
Oh
why.
my gosh.
She's in her own head. Everybody.
Okay, can I make a confession to everybody? So yesterday I was playing this tournament, playing Metallica, and sorry, Worlds are going. Oh, Worlds are going to Florida in 2020. Oh yeah. Have to be good enough for Worlds. No. So I was playing Metallica. I was in Sparky Multi-Ball, and I just recently learned about how you add a ball and how you multiply. I mean, I never knew what to shoot for. I would just organically happen while I was playing and be like, oh, that's cool. Now I have 2x and an add a ball. Learned how to do it. So I got my picks all done, ready for the snake. I triple drained. Like 2 went out here and went down the middle. I was like, well, at least I covered everything, but I was not happy about that triple drain.
Yeah,
That's
always so rough.
You should never. Oh man, it's demoralizing when you triple drain out. It's fine. It's fine.
She's been playing a Salazar.
Yeah, right.
There's a character in Pirates of the Caribbean. If you play as him, if you multi-drain out of multi-ball, you get balls back.
Right.
Yeah, and it's funny because it says his downside is that multi-drains don't happen very often. Ha ha.
Yeah. It's like, they haven't seen me play multi-ball then. I multi-drain a lot.
No.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to try to do, everybody. So I want to hit the ramp to get it off of Bank Heist. We'll get it to Angel's Revenge. Then we're going to let the spot a card, because I only have 1 card left. We're going to hit it in the dealer shot, start Angel's Revenge. Is everybody ready for this?
Yep.
Here we go. That's what you call what you do.
Does it even give you
I
an
did the
Angel's
thing.
Revenge too? Nah, it doesn't give you the one.
But you can take, oh my gosh.
Sling!
I did what you do.
Yeah, right?
Then I was going to try to start multi-ball because Angel's Revenge is great.
What were you
to take.
supposed to do there? Because it
I
hit
should've-
right into the
okay,
middle.
I think there's two things I could have done. One, I could have held up my right flipper and pushed the game to the left to try to tip it off. Two, when I saw it was up there, I could have given it a push to try to get it more.
I guess.
I think that's what. Yep, picks an out of ball. Fuel for 4 times, right? Thinking about playing in Cleveland in September. What? Yeah, I told Kevin we should go up to the show up there.
Oh, I'd love to.
So.
Well, there's... Yeah, well, which Cleveland show now? Because there's like...
Well, isn't that the Cleveland Pinball show?
There's Clepin, then there's the Ohio Pinball Show,
It's
which...
not Ohio Pinball.
Oh my gosh! And then there's now...
Pinburg I've taken off the past 2 years. So are you going this year? Or is... Oh, you almost caught me.
There's Clepin, Ohio Pinball Show, and now there's like Pins and Brews or Pin Brew or something like that. No, this is my second year.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, Lindsay's going to Pinburg.
This is my first year ever going to Pinburg. I'm very excited.
I'm not. I gotta
Okay, so
work.
stagecoach, whatever, go out. I don't know.
Telling you.
You're trying to hit the right ramp. Let's see if I can get it. And then, I was gonna see if it's spotted in the shop. Okay, thank you. Try to speed up.
It is the third event. Gotcha. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, that's how we need to go.
Yeah. We got a buddy that's traveled to a few of those this year.
Early.
Cleveland show
Here we go.
in September. Gotcha. Yeah, we need to make it up to some of the other Ohio shows.
Worth it.
We're doing obviously, well, not obviously, but we are going to Cincinnati again this year. So if you haven't been to that one, that's a ton of fun.
You can play Signal Junior.
Yeah, you can play Signal Junior.
Signal Junior is kind of the mask.
What is? Did we sign up Maverick?
Yep. You can play this exact game at Cincinnati.
Yeah. As of right now, anyway. I think he locks in the games here in a little bit.
Yeah, I should have done
But
something.
we haven't done that. We have right now. We're signed up to take Signal Junior, which is Lindsay's 1934 pin, and Maverick. Last year we took Escape from the Lost World, Magic, and Signal Junior.
Yeah, and Signal Junior was a big hit.
No, run away.
It was. Idiot! I
So,
had
like, you can get a lot of points and modes on this game. If you can successfully...
You can flip and not drain. Yeah, which I am not. I got a pinball block in my head right now where I'm not playing very good pinball.
Okay, ready? I'm going to try a loop pat. Oh, I locked the ball. I could.
So my apologies.
Alright, I'm going to try it. If it doesn't, it's going to feed it out, isn't it?
Come for the pinball, stay for the chit chat
Okay, here we
because.
I'm going to loop pass it over.
All right.
It's going to happen. I used to be able to do this. Yeah! And that counts. That counts, everybody. That counts. It bounced back, but it did pass it over. It counts.
Pinball yips. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, we've both kind of been having the yips right now.
I've never been the greatest pinball player, but I'm usually a little bit better than this. Yeesh.
Well, I've been working on drop catching because I'm terrible at drop catching, and it's kind of thrown off all my other flipper skills.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well,
it's my fault.
the problem I have is like for a long time there, for a good while anyway, I was playing a lot of pinball. I come home and play a ton, but I've got so much other stuff going on that unfortunately I just haven't had the chance, which stinks. And then it leads
But we're gonna get to play a lot of pinball this weekend.
That's true.
We're gonna get all our skills back, everybody.
Yeah. I just need to find some shots and work on that. And then just my ball reading skills, I think, have just gone down the drain.
Well, what I'm fine about ball reading skills that are hard, because I mean, in general, I think I'm pretty good at reading the ball. But if there's something that there's an insert on the game or something it gets caught on, my reaction time get frustrated. I'm like, the ball didn't do what I think it was supposed to do because it got caught on something. And instead of being like, oh, let me just react to this, I'm like, why did it do that? And then it drains. So, react. Don't.
Ah, I could have hit again. Oh,
No, you're still fine. So Kevin has this theory. I don't know. Is it true?
that you win every other one in tournament mode?
But we're not in tournament mode.
Yeah, well, I think it is.
Ooh, that was a slap.
I think it is kind of true where it kind of makes you so you win every other blackjack. Ooh, slow down. That was stupid. I was flipping stupid.
What the flip? So when I was telling my friend Sam, who's one of my best friends from college, and I just went when I played in Amazing Pinball Race, which I did not do well in. I hung out with Sam, and I was telling him, and the first thing he was like, "What the flip sounds like gymnastics," and I had never heard that before, because like we saw like house flipping, or pancakes. He said the other thing was pancakes.
Yeah, what the flip pancakes.
Okay, here we go. So this is the thing that I was talking about earlier. If you were here earlier when I was talking about the plunge and how you can get your multi-ball up really high. So right now my jackpot's 15 million. If I plunge the middle hole and get 4-ball, it will. I know I'm going to plunge. It'll give me the options for the middle one. Again, will be worth 3x, and then the other 2 holes are worth 2x. So I have a chance at a 45 million jackpot if I plunge properly.
Yeah, the 2 and 3x refers to jackpot.
So let's go.
Yeah.
We got this. Nope, it's okay. I thought too much about it. So that was an unsuccessful slap save.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should have loop passed again, because, you know, that was awesome. Awesome. It counts, everybody. It counts.
Super Pops.
See, I think my problem with drop catching is I am afraid to release it. So I tend to either hold it, my timing's off, because that was the end.
Yeah.
Oh, you beat me. Congratulations. I think our current challenge should be play better.
Yeah, right? I mean...
Score 500 million. I used to average like 750 was like my usual score. With like going up above a billion. Pretty consistently, but obviously, like I say, we haven't played this in a while. So. Okay, I'm going to ask chat. Because y'all are good at pinball. So on this game, do you think you can drop catch it from the orbit? Like, or can you only loop pass it over? Or what are your thoughts? Because I'm terrible at knowing when I can drop it. I feel like it needs to be higher up on the flipper. Whenever I've been successful, it's when it's higher up on the flipper.
Can't even hit the ramp. I don't think you can drop catch from over there. I really don't think you can.
The right out lane takes another victim. What are we up to now? Like 10? I'm gonna go for draw poker again, because draw poker is really fun. It's hard to get, but it can be lucrative.
Draw.
So.
Draw.
Oh my gosh. I think you're super poppy.
That's what I was trying to do.
I know. Darn it! Yeah, I deserve that.
Yeah, that was playing with danger.
I tried to, correct my error. Let's see. Lower on the flipper, you have almost no time to react. Okay, and usually drain. Okay, so that's what Kevin and I were talking about the other day. I said that, and that was his reasoning as well. That he said that it was a reaction time thing.
Yeah, I feel like you technically could. I mean, but man, it'd be tough.
Yeah, because it won't roll up as much, right? I mean, not having much time to. I don't know. I was always more of a live catcher, which I should probably just go back to doing that. But now my live catching has kind of gotten off as well. All right, we like Coop's Cash. Let's go for that. I mean, let's go for Black the Ball because multi-ball's fun.
Oh, we do have a Name That Pinball tune today.
Oh, we do.
So, at roughly 5
Oh
o'clock,
my gosh.
depending on where we're at in the game, we will do a Name That Pinball tune.
So if you haven't watched our channel before, usually on our Wednesday stream at around 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I am a musician by trade, so I will do an arrangement in a unique way of a fairly famous, at this point I'm trying to make them kind of obvious, pinball tune.
So like the theme from a pinball
Yeah.
game.
And you have to guess what it is.
I actually got it this week.
Yeah,
so,
you did.
It took me embarrassingly long, I think, but
Multi-ball ready.
I did get it.
See, like that I probably could have dropped first, right?
Yeah. Well, you were close. I think you just flipped a little too soon.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. I get scared, and I don't, like... I need to not be scared. Alright, let's try to do better in multi-ball. So, right ramp all day. Here we go. So, I did not get a chance to multiply my jackpots.
I messed it all up.
See? Advantage to going first. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's fine. Now we can focus on what we're doing. So theoretically, if I hit the shot hard enough, it will feed the left flipper again, which would be ideal. I got it. But we can just do that. Throw that up there. Take that shot. Okay, that was kind of sad because now I can't restart.
Yeah,
But it just showed you where the jackpot is.
Yeah, at least you got to see it. Jackpot. Jackpot.
Alright, I'm finding some shots now.
I'm gonna blame it on needing new glasses. Let's say that.
What am I? Oh.
It's my poor pinball playing because I'm blind.
Oh yeah, you did blind yourself. That's what you said.
Yeah, I made some new pinball lights.
Oh, come on.
And I was joking with Lindsay that because I yelped, she's like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah,
I
I
feel
just
like dropping machine on it.
well, like the switch that turns them on hit the ground, and I was staring right at him when that happened. So I got two lightsabers full of light. So it was good times.
So, oh, that was weird the way I did that. Okay, this is bad news. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
See, like that, I could have actually gotten in control. All right, here we go. This is beautiful. Okay, I've got 4 to discard. I'm gonna ramp it. Oh, and yeah. Okay, so I always forget that when I've played with multi-ball once, to relight the locks, it doesn't feed the right flipper. Oh, see, that was almost a drop catch. If I hadn't.
You ended up getting the captive ball though, which
Yeah, but it wasn't a control. Very particular. But yeah, so it'll feed the left flipper until you light the locks. Oh, this could be bad. Everything's fine. Oh! 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 Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! That was cool. That was almost something good.
Speaking of Star Wars, I'm buying my first pin in a few weeks. Word.
And I'm guessing it's Star Wars.
Yeah, I was about to say, which one? Data East? Probably not.
Oh, that was a terrible miss.
Pinball 2000? Probably not. So you're getting the, are you getting the, Stern Star Wars?
Yep, stir.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Which,
a game. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Pro, Premium, LE. I'm guessing Pro. You could probably find a Premium, which Premium's pretty cool with that,
The hyperspace.
yeah.
I'm not that rich, right? That's what we always go for the, except if I still feel like if we get a Ghostbusters, I'm going to want to splurge for the premium, because I really like the premium.
Yeah, no, we, that was the game, not you. No, I think we are going to eventually, if we can find one at a decent price, hopefully get a premium. But yeah, we'll see. It's one of those things where it's like,
Are you getting it new in box, or are you getting a, what's it called that's not new in box?
new out of box.
New out of box.
Used.
Oh, used.
Third Pro, I'm not there. I thought about the premium. Yeah, Pro is cool. But the sucky thing is, we're going to get it shipped to the new inbox. Nice. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Hopefully you found a good distributor. And if you didn't, and you're going to buy another pin, let us know. We know a guy. He'll treat you right. So.
Tilt Amusements, man.
Yeah, Tilt Amusements. Trent Augenstein.
Okay, everything's fine.
But,
Okay, that was a successful slap save. I'm
yeah,
happy.
he's a good dude.
All right, that's who we got our Guardians from.
Yeah, we had two pins shipped to us. We had Pirates shipped to us.
See, we're gonna sound rich now.
Well, yeah, I guess, but we also split the difference on pins. So
Yeah,
that's
that's what's nice about us. We can go halvesies.
Yeah, and then we do buy the lowest versions that we can find, and then Trent actually shipped Guardians to us as well.
Well, he brought it because he was heading down. We were on the way to something.
Oh, must like Star Wars, or why would you buy it? That's a cool game. It is a cool game, and I know it gets a bad rap. I know a lot of people just think it's an empty box or this or that. The modes are fun, the shots are fun. I don't know. I think
It's one of those. I think the game suffers from. I know, at least for me, it's hard to intuitively figure out what to do on it.
It takes some time.
For I would say almost everybody. So like, I think it's a really great home game.
Yeah.
For that reason, I think it's almost like a Jersey Jack kind of game in that, like, on location it can get very frustrating because it's a drain monster.
Yeah.
So you don't have time to figure out. Hey, I did it right.
It takes skill to really blow it up. Yeah. Right. I mean,
there's a few little tricks you can
there
do.
are.
As with all games.
There are a few things. Yeah. Like Lee said, there's a few things you can do. Like, I mean, to truly blow up, absolutely. But to score decently in, say, a tournament, I mean, TIE Fighter Multi-Ball is still a decent way to go. There's the Hyperspace 20X or 40X or whatever, the video mode. You know, there are some little things you can do to do well in tournament stuff.
You can play as Luke.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Kevin
always plays as Luke.
I play as Luke.
He loves Luke.
I love Luke. I do.
Hey, I got a jackpot!
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's just it. I mean, I know a lot of people say, you know, the multiplier is too much, and maybe they're right, but at the same time, you can also just set it and forget it.
Well, that's what, didn't your boy Jack do a stream where
I think he
literally
did.
what he did?
Right,
to
he's
prove
like,
that you don't have to worry about the multipliers?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. He literally just said, don't worry about the multiplier, I'm not even going to touch it, and he still just did it. He did some good stuff. Nice looking Maverick. Thank you so much.
Okay, ready?
I'd like to claim that we did all the work to it, but
we got this game from our buddy Matty Ice.
Yeah. And it was in good shape to begin with, so
he does good work on.
Yeah, we scrubbed it down a little bit with it's got Mylar over it.
There we go. Okay, so I have now lit the super jackpot because I got 3 regular jackpots. It's that beautiful shot we all love. The captive ball underneath the Lauren Bell, but look, it's worth 251 million, so it's worth getting.
It's a good jackpot. But it does have Mylar.
Did I get it?
No, it moved.
Get it. Ah, son of a biscuit.
It was so close to getting it. But yeah, it's
fine. I'm not mad.
The playfield's in real good shape. The plastics are in all pretty daggone good shape.
I could have saved that one, everybody.
Yeah.
I can't.
And it's just a fun game overall, so you know. Apparently we just like movie pins.
Yeah, we do have a lot of movie, but as I was telling Kevin, that's actually like one of the things about, and I understand why they're theming pins the way they do, but it's kind of I didn't realize that was called whatever. Free. We have 11 minutes. But like, there aren't as many original themes, and that's why like I think Dialed In kind of got some flack. But like, I kind of wish there were more. Like, not saying I don't. Obviously, like all the games we own. Are.
Well, I mean, some of the thing is like we also. So I would love to have a multi-morphic, but I've yet to play one, so I don't know if I'd like it or not.
And it is a little expensive.
It is very expensive, but that's just it. That's one of those things where I'm with Lindsay, where you gotta play a game before you buy it.
Unless it's like a really good deal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but even then, like, I'd at least do some research on the game.
Right. And then there's Sun Coast just came out with Cosmic Carnival. I mean, that's another original theme that we're gonna try and play this weekend.
That you may or may not get to see on stream.
We are going to try and stream Cosmic Carnival this weekend.
I just felt like that was a good time to announce it, right?
Yeah. No, we're really gonna try. I mean, I've been in contact with them.
That was almost right.
That was pretty good. I've been contacting them back and forth. I think we've got it kind of worked out. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But fingers crossed. Redhead, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. And good luck with the game. Like if you know, Lindsay's pretty good on some scoring in that. But she knows some of those modes pretty decent. So if you have questions, come back and hit us up.
I know the Leia strategy pretty well. So if you want to know, I gotta play with my girl Leia. Except I like playing as either Han or Leia. Those are my characters of choice.
Yeah, but no, come on back. Because we might actually trade one of our buddies for one temporarily too. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes with Cosmic Carnival this weekend.
Post pants.
It looks. I don't know. It looks interesting.
Pants? I just said post pants.
Don't post pants.
Post pants.
Is that like a teenage boy game? But post pants?
I don't know.
Ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
So notice the player one advantage here.
Yep, back to 4-ball potentially.
And I missed my chance, but it's okay because my multi-ball is still lit. I just can't get those sweet multipliers that I could have gotten if I had done something good. Okay, we want that super drag this time.
I mean, back to the thing. Like, I mean, there's movie pins, there's band pins.
Yeah, music pins.
And then after that, like, you really don't have.
Oh, that was it. That was the shot I needed.
Like anymore, you got a few here and there. I mean, obviously Black Knight, but is that that's not necessarily a.
Oh gosh! Oh, that was kind of cool though.
I mean, that is an original theme, but it's sort of
based on a
previous theme. So, but then again, I mean, okay. I mean, I know it's not quite the same, but Dialed In is a continuation of the disaster games like Earthquake and all that, right? So, I don't know. Earthshaker, sorry.
I don't want the broad flush.
Maybe that's splitting hairs, I don't know, but.
Alright, that's better. So, really kind of that was almost it. I'm gonna get it, everybody. Live catch!
I played some Earthshaker yesterday!
Earthshaker! So, if you're in the Cincinnati area, Earthshaker's a great game, by the way, but if you've never played it and you're in the, Dayton area.
The greater Dayton area.
Canal Street has sorry, I was running out of time. Has an Earthshaker that's in beautiful shape. Or at least when I was there like a month ago.
Yeah.
It's probably longer than I think, but.
That's where I was. Yeah, that's right.
Sweet and pie. Yeah, it's a great Earthshaker, isn't it?
Yeah. With a theme, they don't have to get code approval. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems to come out faster, and then yeah. It can. That's true. I mean, that's just it. You can, if you don't do a themed game, I mean, you're still at someone's approval, right? I mean, wherever you're working, still has to approve that game and that style of whatever you're trying to do.
Oh, it's beautiful until I screwed it up.
So yeah, there is that.
5?
It's beautiful. He also just added Last Action Hero.
Oh yeah!
Right. That's another cool looking game. I've played it a handful of times. I've never really got quite a grip on what you're trying to do in that one.
Is there a Willy Wonka there? I thought they were getting one, right?
Yeah, did they get a Wonka? He got rid of that terrible Revenge from Mars.
Oh,
poor Revenge.
Well,
I understand though. Trust me.
I don't think I played it. I mean, I've played Revenge from Mars. I don't think I played that.
Yeah, I mean, Pinball 2000, man, it was a cool idea, but the implementation just wasn't quite good enough.
70 million. Ooh, I got perfect.
Wonka's there as well. There you go. You need to get back up there. Are you going to the tournament this weekend? Because I hear there's one on Sunday, so we won't be there obviously, but
yeah, we'll be Southern frying.
Yeah, SFGE.
We'll be frying some games Southern style.
Yeah. I'm gonna play all tabletop games. I should be there Sunday. Oh man, we're gonna have to come up and chat a bit. Obviously not this weekend, but next time we will certainly try and make it up there. Or just at
Are you
some
talking?
other
Is it
point.
Jason we're talking to? Jason, is he Jason? If you don't want to reveal your identity, I understand. But
Just
I'm not looking at who's talking, so
type a 2 if
Don't
it's
know.
you. No,
people will still know.
I know. It's Jason. No, he's sitting right there.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I am really bad at putting names to Twitch handles, and then I'm also like always like not sure if people want to go by their
Yeah.
Twitch handle or their real. You know what I mean? So we err on the side of not trying
Yeah.
to do that. So anyway,
Don't let Maverick watch the game. Don't drain, please. Don't drain, please.
and again, I don't know. People could probably find us if they really wanted to from all the information we revealed. So, eh.
Aw, there we go. My favorite mode. This is just practice
Don't
for
shoot.
the Super Jack, everybody. So we're doing here. Alright, we're gonna get it. Ready? No, we're gonna go for multi-ball. See? My problem there is I didn't make my decision fast enough.
Yeah.
That is the problem. Okay, I'm going for the right ramp. Okay, that's fine. Didn't miss as... Woo! Hello! Miss as badly.
Oh.
Is this the second? Are we going for the second multi-ball now?
What do you think of Wonka? I've heard we've played it once, so we do not have an opinion yet.
Here we go.
Other than we'd like to play it again.
And the Oompa Loompa pop bumpers, because it was so loud. I just like I couldn't
They
handle
Oompa
Oompa
Loompa their way into our brains.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, 3x. We got this. I think it actually saves your progress from earlier. Like I think if I hit the ramp once, it'll light my. Was that this game that I got 2 or 1? Or... I don't know.
So.
I think it saves your progress. That's my point. Separation. Yeah. That's pretty good separation. I didn't know that was gonna work out. Right. Go around. That's fine. Oh.
Yeah.
Bank heist is over. I was like, why is it making that noise?
Jackpot!
Ah, go up. Oh, that was stupid. Bad timing. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. We're gonna get this right here. Get it in control. Don't go. Okay, that's fine. Last second.
Yeah. All right, give me a jackpot at least.
Oh, that was stupid. I should have.
Yeah.
I know what I should have done.
Ah,
I
that's
was
a
playing
bummer.
too long. Oh, my bonus should be decent. Oh, see, if I'd 20x that business.
I think they're. I mean, yeah, that was ball 1.
Okay, so these are the better. These are more like. These are things are getting better. Still haven't successfully drop caught, drop catch, drop catch,
Drop cotton.
drop, drop. But I was very close to doing it. I'm gonna do it though. I had a really nice live catch though. That live catch felt good. Live catches are very satisfying. So what we mean, in case there's people out there that don't know the terms we're using, a drop catch is where if the ball is coming down, you drop the flipper at the right time that slows the ball, takes the momentum away from the ball. It'll kind of shoot it back up a little bit, and then you can take a swing at it. A live catch is where you actually time it perfectly and stop the ball. Which live catches are great because they give you more time to set up your shot, but they are harder to achieve unless you're me and I can't drop catch at all. No, I can't. I'm getting better.
Yeah, they're.
So it is.
That was a
Live
live
catch.
catch.
Yeah. It's not demonstrated drop catch.
Yeah.
Actually, Kevin does do drop catching more frequently than me. Though I will say I tend to.
That was a live catch.
I'm better at drop catching on older machines. I can get the timing right better.
That was a drop catch.
Excuse me. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Pinball Narcissist hasn't shown up yet.
Oh no!
He might miss this week's Name That Pinball
Is
tune.
he mad at us?
Maybe. I don't know. You out there, Pinball Narcissist?
Yeah, sorry if.
He always comes in. Right at... Oh, there he is! We knew you were out there.
Lindsay's
Dropping the
worried.
what the flip. So if you want to be cool like Pinball Narcissist, get our what the flip emoticon.
Emoji.
You just have to subscribe. So you know,
No big deal.
be
got
part of the
Twitch
cool,
Prime.
cool club. Yeah. After Kevin's ball, we will.
Trying hard to lose it, y'all. Good grief.
Don't try to lose it.
No!
Ooh.
That's what happens when you
That's why I was
cannot hit
trying
the
not
ramp.
to say it because I didn't want to like jinx you.
Okay.
Are you ready? 4.
Oh no.
I think this one should be a fairly doable one.
Yeah.
Name that moo pinball tune.
I cannot remember where the volume
What? Hey, I put it in the right spot. I never get it in the right spot.
is. Oh yeah, here it is.
So while Kevin's tinkering around with music, I'm gonna move it over here.
Okay. Oh, I'll just leave this open so it doesn't grind. All right, name that pinball tune. If you haven't played before, haven't been here, you name that pinball tune.
Yeah.
Lindsay put this
I've
together.
cloned myself, so I'm gonna play this from another room.
Yep. She's teleporting back and forth really quickly.
Yeah.
So here's name that pinball tune. As soon as you know it, go ahead and shout it out.
That pasty white girl. Yeah, I know. It's not Game of Thrones. It's a good guess. There it is.
All right, one more time.
Hook? Oh, that's also a good guess. But no, I will say Game of Thrones was a closer guess theming-wise.
Uh-oh.
Wax got it.
Wax.
Woo! Pinball Narcissist, where were you? No,
You've dethroned the current reigning champ.
he probably knew he was just giving other people a chance.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Way to go, Wax. Oh yeah. So yeah, that was
Nice. There you go.
Oh yeah. See, so that one was a. I'm not gonna say it. I kind of did that one more directly than some of the past ones I've done.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I didn't listen to.
Show served you
Should
right.
always listen to her. And yeah, Wax, I agree with you. I'm gonna remake those A's someday. I don't know why I made them to look like weird small D's, but
You know.
as long as I just make them round, it will solve the problem. But I'm surprised you're the first person who's pointed it out because it's always bothered me. But
All right.
well, way to go, everybody! That was Medieval Madness, a nice '97 Williams pin that I want to burn. No, I was hoping if I did a name that pinball tune with it, that I would.
You really just need to turn the A's over, right?
No. Now that I hear it should have been obvious, but I'll do better next week. I believe in you. Next week will probably be a doohickey. So one similar to that, since we'll be on the road, I'm probably going to take like my violin or something, so it'll be something kind of like that. So
Yeah. So yeah, next.
unless I can record something real fast,
Yeah.
which I'm not sure I can do.
You could just probably record it on the computer too, with using the webcam. On this.
Yeah, I know, but I have to have an instrument,
No, I know.
unless you just want me to sing something,
just-
which I'm a beautiful singer. But I'm not going to do it.
Music can sound different when you play it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like that, even though, like, I did mess around a little bit with the beginning, obviously, but, even just hearing it in a different context, different instrumentation, so I didn't, oh my gosh.
Now that I
Screw with
hear
too
it,
much.
it's obvious it should have. Yeah, that's all right, man. It took me.
Replay!
It took me a minute to get it too, and I did a lot of suggestions for some of these, so I should be better at some of them. So, no, it's all good.
No, as I remember, the conversation went when I was talking about Name That Pinball Tune. I said that I was thinking about doing Medieval Madness.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, I think Attack from Mars would be more recognizable.
I
is
did.
what happened.
Yeah.
And then, spoiler alert, one week I did do Attack from Mars, and it took people a while to get that one.
It did.
And to be fair, because someone said that it sounded like Theater of Magic the way I did it, which
Well,
it did.
yeah, it's all
like, it has these like arpeggios. And check it out on our YouTube page if you're curious.
Yeah, we've been Lindsay. I should say, well, whatever. We've been throwing them up there.
And when Final Fantasy win song at the end, nice. Yeah, I love.
That was a drop catch, by the way.
Oh, I missed it. Darn it.
It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
Video game music is great. I mean, like, it is, and that's one of the things I wouldn't mind to like do in my life is write some
Let's be quiet now. We got to turn this down.
gaming music. Hey man, you had the. Oh, you know.
I lost the keys.
Why do you keep pulling them out?
Because if you don't, you like lean into them, and then it jiggles, and then the door opens.
Oh, okay. Gotta hear this awesome music. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, alright, I'm so close, everybody. I just need to not flip out. We can do this on this ball. We can
I gotta
score
sneeze.
points.
I gotta
Bless
sneeze.
you? No, you won't. Bless you. Just keep saying it. Woody Allen.
Stop saying Ah, you're the worst! My allergies are kicking up some fierce today, man.
Oh, so close to Super Pops. Sorry, I said for Super Pops. Yes, Stagecoach Mystery. 20X, I'll take that.
Alright.
That's the best, everybody.
20X Mystery is pretty much the best reward. But you
act-
gotta do stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta do stuff in the game.
Which I at least have one ramp, so, you know, yeah.
Shoot for the ramp!
I'm not ready to die.
I'll just do impressions of my video, or pinball game impressions, and people have to guess what I'm
Yeah, we
trying
should
to
do, like,
impersonate.
name that call out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that next week. You know what? Okay, so I'm gonna confess this. No, I made it. I made it. I'm confident. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. Sorry, headphone wording.
Oh boy!
It's not. I didn't want to overshoot it too much. Oh, that 20X bonus. When I saw the 49, I'm like, did I have enough? I didn't.
That was close there, girl, by the skin of your teeth. All right, go ahead, give yourself a
I get
point.
a point. Woo woo.
Wow!
Sorry again. I know we need to have the disclaimer. I'm a very loud person when I play pinball. So sorry for deaf now.
You're deaf from that. You need to turn your headphones down just in general.
PSA from Kevin. Okay, that was exciting. Should we change a challenge now? Does anybody have a challenge out there they want us to do?
Yeah, if you got a challenge for us, let us know.
Drop catch. Drop catch challenge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one. I know you can do it. 'Cause, like, I feel like. Oh, I almost had one.
Oh.
That was exciting. I kept the suspense alive. It's like I've been watching past Papa Circuit finals, and I think it was on the 2017 one. There was one where like Keith Elwin eked out someone. I wish I could remember what game, but it was by like 1,000 points. Which game was that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, what are tournaments?
You know, it's where a bunch of people who play pinball
Come together, get mad at pinball.
Yep, that's what happens. Okay, so I might have kicked a chair the other day when I did my triple drain, and I'm sorry, I regret my action, but I did make sure no one was around when I kicked my chair.
I love how you tell everybody about your pinball transgressions.
I need to confess them, or else they'll bottle up, and
And I was like, I
And
had
it
an
will
okay
be-
game comparatively.
okay, so sorry, do we have a challenge? Anybody have a challenge?
Oh.
Oh, we could do
I
the
might
thing.
have let balls lock my bed.
It's fine. You want to do the thing where it's like we play the game and then after the game you decide what the challenge was and who the winner was?
Yeah, let's do that.
Want to do that?
So chat, we're gonna play a game of pinball,
Uh-huh.
and then afterwards, someone is gonna tell us what the challenge actually was.
Yeah. That chair had it coming. You're
Right.
right, Wax. It did. It was right there.
This is our Calvin ball of pinball challenges. So we're just gonna play a game, and I don't know. This could be fun. Could not be fun. Who knows? We'll find out. It's just something we thought about the other day, so we're gonna try it.
Woohoo!
But that means we gotta keep stats of everything we've done.
Well, not necessarily.
Just
If
teasing.
Chat's keeping track of
It's
it.
true. That's true.
Work hard for the money. Most drains. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right?
Most right outlane drains. Make that the challenge, Chat. I'm just kidding. Ha!
I'm trying,
Not today.
just trying to appeal to the judges here.
I'm not. I'm just, talking
Planting,
out loud.
planting seeds into their brain. It's collusion.
Oh, you know what we should ask Chat about?
What?
We should ask Chat about the Ghostbusters dilemma I had yesterday. You know what
Okay.
I'm talking about?
The
Plunge.
oh yeah.
Okay, so
Any tournament directors out there, people that play in tournaments?
yeah, on Ghostbusters, there's the cheat. Is that the right word for it?
The
Code
glitch.
loophole.
The glitch in the. So for those that don't know, if you do not change your startup skill shot on Ghostbusters, if you plunge the ball without fully getting on the playfield and it comes back down, and you plunge it before it hits the little switch that tells it that the ball's on the plunger lane, it will automatically award you the skill shot without having to do any of the other things.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you can short plunge it and then plunge it immediately again without having to hit that little switch that's on the the trough or the shooter lane switch, and that immediately awards you, and that's what does who brought the dog.
Start seeing
that
or
ladder.
10%.
Yeah, that exploit. Right.
Yeah.
So in our tournament, extra balls were still on. So that means we didn't play them though. So what you have to do is just plunge the ball. So Lindsay thought about going up.
Because I got an extra ball.
And she got an extra ball and she just went up in full plunge. Well, not full plunge. She tried to. Whatever.
Yeah, I
she
tried
plunged.
to get top lane switch.
Right.
I tried to get 3x bonus, if
But-
you want to know what I was going for
Yeah.
specifically.
So the question would be, would double plunging there be against the rules? Because all you're doing is plunging. You're not allowed to flip other than to set up your skill shot. So would
But-
that be considered
yeah.
no bueno? I don't know.
So, I mean, do you want me to give you... Oh, that's what it's not an exploit. It was made to work with the super secret skill shot, which everyone has forgotten about. I think Stern removed the code for it also. Yeah, I use it in tournament. I know everyone goes for the video mode strategy. Understandably so. The person who beat me got video mode each time, and I was like 10 million off of catching him doing non-video mode strategy. But if I had used the plunge, we'll call it the super secret skill shot. How about we do that?
It's made to work with. Huh. Okay.
So I didn't do that because I thought that would be with the double plunge.
Technically, against
I think you're
the
supposed
whole-
to just plunge your ball. I thought it was kind of against the spirit of what you're supposed to do. But I think an argument could be made that if you got an extra ball, you could do that because you're not flipping. You are setting up your skill shot by that first I don't know. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'd love to hear people's opinions on that because
Yeah.
I decided not to do it because, I mean, it was a very small tournament, nothing on the line.
But
really.
it could have won her the game because that would have been 10% of her score.
It would have won me that game.
So just saying, it's
yeah.
one of those things. So
Yeah, for future reference. So.
I just wish they fished. I wish they fixed that friggin' exploit or whatever, not exploit. Just fix the scoring on that video mode. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, there were.
I got to replay because I hit it 3 times.
Oh, I've thought about this too. Super Secret plunge ball, it would hit the switch, roll back down the plunger, then you had the hot plunge ball as soon as it got to plunger, then you were awarded one of the super secret skill shots. Okay, so you're saying it was like a rendering.
And they just took out the code, so it just awards a skill shot.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm curious about.
Because if that's the case, you would technically have to flip if
Yeah.
it was for a super
Well, it's
secret.
lunatic. I think it would be illegal though. Yeah, at least for my league, the rules for it state that you can't touch a machine while in unallowed allowable extra balls in motion. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's why I didn't do it, because I was like, that feels like cheating. But I mean, I feel like if you ran into Ghostbusters at I don't know, Pinball or something, right? They've got extra balls off, except for on sunny ends where it's.
Which you're allowed to play them.
Yeah,
right?
if it's really hard to get in. Sorry, there's just light coming in. We're vampires. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you probably won't run into that in the bigger tournaments because they'll have the extra ball turned off anyway. But oh, we should have made the current challenge chat's choice. Okay, we can do this. Super Pops. Boom.
See the cat?
Oh, that was so close.
She's meowing at us because she thinks it's dinner time.
She got in here. Aha, not today, right, Adeline?
After I come in from mowing the grass, I have headphones in and ear protection on because I'm ridiculous.
Because you're smart?
No, I just... Ooh, nice.
Totally meant to do that.
And so, I see her meowing and I just keep pointing I don't... She doesn't find it amusing, but I do.
The cat or me?
Both.
I don't think I've ever seen you do that.
Nah, I don't think I have either. Speaking of, I do have to mow the grass after this, so...
Oh, power in lane! Oh, yeah! I
Who
enjoy
loves
that.
mowing grass? Not this guy. I hate it.
Kevin
I
does
hate
not
everything
like
about yard work.
Oh, see, I could have drop caught. What's the past tense of that?
Drop caught.
Drop caught. I could have drop caught that. Right?
Yes, maybe. I don't know.
I should be hitting that shot. I've missed it a million times. Okay, here we go. Got it right here. Or late again. See, that was a little low on the flipper. I'm not sure that would have worked.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to post transfer. Post pants.
Those pants.
Oh my gosh, I am still late. That was really late.
Later.
Okay, maybe I should focus on something else. So my strategy in pinball is when whatever you're going for isn't working, shoot for anything else.
Shoot for something else.
And then, revisit it at a cards discard 3. Because it kept missing.
See, she never listened. It says don't fold yet, and she folds.
I'm an independent woman. I do what I want. You put me out of the game.
You put me out of the game. Why'd you put me out of the game?
Haha. See, that was smart. I folded, and let's see what happened. I finished a hand. Here we go. We're gonna nail this mode.
Noise.
Okay, so this is bad. I don't think you can. Yeah, I needed to get a little up for that to work. That's okay.
Runaway
We're gonna get a feed right here. It's fine.
Yes, you will. And it is nice enough to actually stop the timer. Now, if there's a bunch of balls in the Lauren Bell, it actually does slow you down, which
I
is unfortunate.
deserve that
so,
drain.
Yeah, what can you do?
Play better?
No, I meant about the Lauren Bell timing thing.
Oh. So Luna, do you run a league or do you play in one? I'm curious about these league things. We never seem to. Well, part of it's our schedule.
Yeah.
It's hard to commit to a league, and the only league we've played in was one where you could go. You had the whole week to go put up your scores and.
Right. And even then, it was oh my god, we get
we
Sunday. We're oh my god, get in there.
I played, but I studied the rules extensively. Good for you, because that's one thing that Kevin and I talk about frequently.
You get a little frustrated when people don't know the rules.
Yeah, and so.
So we're trying, we struggle. Are we taking this stuff too seriously when we play in tournaments and such? Sometimes I feel like we are, but other times it's well, there are rules. It's set up for a reason.
Okay, chat, do you have a retroactive challenge that one of us won from that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
A retro challenge.
A retro challenge. Here, I'm going to change this so that...
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we do take it too seriously.
Did someone win 3 poker hands?
Lindsay sure did.
Did you? Because
No,
if
I
we
don't
both
think
won
so.
it, then...
I'm pretty sure Lindsay did, so she probably, she gets another point. Chat roulette.
Chat roulette. Oh, I like that. Well, Chat's Choice got alliteration. Everybody loves alliteration. Per the IFP NFPA, the rules for leagues are per each league. Makes it tough to offer consistency for league play.
Yeah, but tournaments have a more strict set of rules, except for the fact that... Yeah, right? No, tournaments have a more strict set of rules, except for they say that the tournament director gets to decide the rules kind of thing, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, well...
Which is
alright,
fine,
then.
I guess, but like, a lot of times people assume... You go to these tournaments and they don't want to give big rules at the beginning because people want to play pinball. I mean...
Right.
Right?
The big thing we have is coaching.
Yeah.
Like, what's coaching in a tournament pinball sense? Like, that's not really defined. And so it's like, I don't know. That gets a little frustrating to me because, like, you have people come back and like, oh, my game is set up right like this. And then their buddy will tell them, oh, now do this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I could have hit those shots too. Or asked somebody. But at the same time, it's like, well... So,
hey, Kevin, did you see the left sling did not fire, and I had my left flipper up, and I did not lose my ball.
I swear I get it just perfectly.
That is funny.
Per Josh Sharp email, the only true requirement for leagues, you can't submit a user for points that played less than 50% of the session in that league.
Huh.
Okay, that's per Josh Sharp. So. To quote a very well quoted respected operator, the idea exists to boost Josh Sharp's friends' ego and keep them up top.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no! I got a danger! I wasn't expecting that!
Fair.
Okay. That is one thing that we kind of struggle, I mean, and I know they're doing stuff to try to fix it, but I think it's very hard for people...
It's self-feeding.
Yeah.
It's very self-feeding. It's like, you know, it's one of those things where you go to an IFPA event, and if you start one
I
up...
lost a hand, everybody! Did you see that?
Yeah,
I lost a hand.
If you start up a tournament, and you're playing with a bunch of people that, you know, are worth, you know, they're, you know, 15,000 or 1,500, or it doesn't matter.
Find that shot.
You just are not getting a ton of points.
Yeah, because, like, I've won a couple tournaments, and my wins were, like, worth almost nothing. And it's just like...
But it's like, you know, you get these guys that are playing, as soon as you break in the top 100, if you're, obviously you have to be good enough to, you know, play that well, but I think there's plenty of people that are pretty good at pinball, but they never play in these big tournaments, so they're never going to get those big points, so then they can't bring them back home to then boost whoever else is around. So
or, like, I mean, one of the things, Jesse is, like, probably the best player in Cincinnati right now, and he's not able to travel as much.
He's still, like, closing in on the top 100, but that's, like, straight
like,
grinding, man.
He should be up there, I think.
Yeah. I would think so, too, but... we were kind of stuck on what to do in RPF for league management. Ended up implementing a few other options for scoring. Would have preferred more direction. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. And that's why I'm just like, I feel like my problem with tournaments is everybody just gets so stressed out and angry. And I just...
and I think people have, if there's money and big points on the line, I think that makes people legitimately, like...
Yeah.
You gotta consider that when you're putting on a tournament. Like, ooh, that has
spin. Yeah, and that's just it. Like, anytime there's money or big IPA points on the line...
People are gonna take things... at least some people who are, you know, interested in that.
And people are gonna start doing edge case scenarios and slightly bending the rules or stretching the rules to fit, you know, to help them get more points. I mean, that's what I get a little frustrated with.
It's not gonna work.
Because we're here playing a game. Like, pressure is intense, especially when people put on themselves. Yeah.
I know nothing about that.
Right? And that's just it. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I try.
Oh, come on.
That's why I stopped kind of playing in some of the bigger tournaments, because I'm just like, I just kind of want to play some pinball and not worry about my IPA rank and the money that I could potentially win, and I don't know.
Okay, we got this right here. Last second. Yeah, we missed. I don't know why I suddenly lost that shot. Alright, I'm just literally going to practice that shot, everybody. Sorry if it's boring.
That's my pinball tournament soapbox. I'll get down off of it now.
Okay, there it is. Got one. Got an orbit from it, too.
Nice, one more.
Yeah, this is getting some interesting spin.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to hit it all day.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
I love my stagecoach. See, that's dangerous to hold up the upper right flipper. You probably noticed why.
Yeah, you can feed down right down
But
the middle.
no, it'll feed it to the
Oh,
left
yeah,
out
yeah,
lane.
yeah. Well, depending on the speed, but yeah.
Well, both times I did it, it almost went to the left out lane. But I had my kickback lit, so I didn't care. Just watch out for that, everybody. Oh, should have been practicing the right. Shouldn't have done that. Should have nudged it. It's fine.
But yeah, I don't know.
No, watch Gagnon. I know he is. He's always the smiliest. I love watching Robert Gagnon play.
Yeah.
He's a delight, and that's why I'm trying to be like, you know.
We got a few people around here like that too that are just like they'll have just the worst tournament I've ever seen, and they're still just no big deal. I'm like, man,
And I mean,
I wish I could be like that.
I think in the long run, it is really. You've got to kind of separate yourself from
I drop caught and then I messed it up. So not.
the emotional aspect of it, in that, like, you can't get angry when it drains.
Yeah.
Essentially, like.
Yeah. And you can get frustrated, but then at the end of the
And you
day,
gotta let it go. Like, I mean, after it happens, you just gotta, like.
And that's exactly why. I mean, that is some of the reason why we started streaming, because like we're forcing ourselves to have fun.
Yeah. Because I am one of those people who takes tournaments, I would say, too seriously. And I'm trying not to. But I also have goals as far as, like, how I want to do in pinball tournaments. So it's like I have to take them somewhat seriously if I want to, get where I want to go.
There's certainly a happy medium. Like, you just don't want to go and like, whatever, just throw everything
Mega
away.
Pops! Let's get some Mega Pops, everybody. What do I have? Ooh, 4 kind. No thanks.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, no, there's certainly you gotta take them a little serious.
Okay, I got a couple Mega Pops, it's fine. The right outline takes another victim.
Yeah, that right Allen is hungry. So yeah.
Ooh, speaking of hungry, I might go get some of those mochi thingies.
Mochis. Yeah, we get hangry in this household.
It's getting close to dinner time.
It is.
For us and the kids.
This is an accurate
I'll be right
statement. Yeah, buddy. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna just, try and play some pinball. Alright, what am I doing? I'm gonna try and get raise a fold. I'll raise it because I'm on the 3 of a kind. Alright, this spot
I'm not
card.
ready to go straight. I
Oh!
promise.
So there is like no grace period when it comes to the when lights go out on this game. If the light is out, you're done. 0 grace period.
Yeah, like ball save.
Yeah. Right there, I had spot a card lit, and then I did not get there in time. Like it went just a split second before. It went off a split second before I got there, so no, I didn't get it. Oh, I missed. It's like the one shot I can usually hit. Now I'm just gonna hit that. Okay. Okay. Man, I'm not doing so well on that one. Bing, bing, bing. How's
Yeah,
the
this
motion?
this machine has a lot of good dance break opportunities. We dance a lot when we play this game.
I gotta stand.
Better
I
like
would have.
this?
Well, I had to, because
Yeah, no, I know.
if I would have hit, I would have busted anyway. So what I could have done. Okay. So the nice thing about the pair that I'm going for, I can hit either stand up, or you can go right in between them.
They are a little dangerous to hit, though.
Oh, they're the worst.
I tend to try to hit the ramp and then spot the card.
I try and backhand it, but you saw that was super dangerous too. Alright, blackjack again.
You can do this. I believe in you. Really?
You win. Don't fold yet.
So you do get a remember Mel Gibson.
Right?
Okay, so when I was in my sophomore year of high school, I was sick a lot because I was doing too many things. But I was
It's an okay ball.
home from school a lot sick, and my go-to movie to watch. Does anyone want to guess what my go-to movie was? Your hint is it has Mel Gibson in it. Oh, there you go. You passed me. Start mode. Ready? Nope. Oh, see, that could have worked out. Okay, drain fast. Drain fast.
Braveheart.
That was it.
Man, Wax, you're on fire.
Yeah, Wax. Ooh.
Your bet.
Yeah, I don't even know why. Like, it wasn't really my favorite movie in the whole entire world. I mean, I liked it, but like, I think it was one. I'm also one of those people. Like, if I need to sleep, but like, it's one of those because of situational things. It's difficult to sleep for whatever reason, like being sick. I'll turn on something I've watched before, so I think that's why I did it, because I watched it once and then I was like, oh, this movie's decent, and just kept watching it. All those battle scenes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Fighting for Scotland. Okay. What do I want to go for?
They may take our wives.
Nah.
He doesn't say wives.
Oh, this could be bad. Oh, that was I should have been left flip rope. I would have gone payback. I've actually never seen that movie.
What about what was the other one?
Oh, I was a big fan of The Patriot because I developed a huge crush on Heath Ledger in that movie. It was mighty fun.
Understandable.
Which I have to tell this story. It's not like, I don't know. I tell weird stories, so I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't scare too many more. But I was in college when Heath Ledger passed away. And my friend knew I liked Heath Ledger a lot. Because so she called me up. And she's like, Lindsay, I saw that Heath Ledger died. Are you okay? I was like, not like we were, I mean, I'm sad. It was very unfortunate that he died.
Yeah.
But it was almost like we were dating or something. Our relationship wasn't that serious.
See, don't keep the middle or that right flipper up.
I struggle. Yeah. I agree with you. I think I only watch up to the point where Heath Ledger dies anyway, because it's fun watching this. No, I understand that complaint. You were so close.
I know. I messed myself up.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think I've seen it since I was a wee one. I wasn't that wee. I was like this old. So.
It was my understanding that The Patriot was a true documentary. I don't see any historical accuracy.
Well, then Braveheart was one too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you see that? That was cool. Movies are always 100% true, right? Okay, everything's fine. We still need to finish watching Demo Man. We should do that on our trip. See, Stagecoach is worth a decent amount if you can hit the shots in it. As I said before, many of these modes are good, and this should be a repeatable shot, honestly. It's just getting the feed is what's hard. Oh, good. I hit it hard enough that it went around.
It's a combination of 3 different people from the Revolution, and then Hollywoodized to make Mel Gibson's character more likable. Yeah.
Razor bowl. Your bet.
The music is awesome, though. Let me just tell you. Patriot is one of my favorite themes because it has, and Mark O'Connor played it, and I'm sorry, probably most people don't know who he is, but he's a pretty famous fiddle player who's like, he does both classical and, he is awesome though. You should look up, his version of Orange Blossom Special, and his solo, he quotes so many things. Like one of the things he quotes is the Flintstones theme. It's hilarious. He's just a very talented dude. And the theme is really great. I actually heard that the other day.
Braveheart with guns.
Right. In a different place. I had a nursing home gig on 4th of July, and I don't know if they were like playing a patriotic theme, but the Patriot theme came on, and I was like, what? Probably no one else, like, I don't know, I just really like that theme.
That's like the Fifth Element Die Hard in space. I know. Well, man, I don't know. Fifth Element was pretty good. That was a pretty good movie.
Okay, so that's one of those movies we started watching and never finished. No, we never finished watching it. We didn't even make it very far in it. Yeah, we need to watch it again.
I swear we went back and rewatched it.
I don't think we did. I don't remember. If we did, I literally remember nothing about it, and I think I'd remember something about it.
Opera scene?
Nope, don't remember it.
No, you don't want to know my taste in movies. They're pretty awful. I know this. I'm okay with it.
What is it? Mega Piranha.
Mega Piranha.
Mega Piranha.
Well, that was just, I mean, I know that's objectively a bad movie.
Oh, no. Yes. Oh, no, too hard.
You know.
No X is better than no X.
It's a very enjoyable movie. But the rubber faces on the bad guys, yeah. Ah, yeah, that's fair.
Which movie are we talking about?
Fifth Element.
Oh. Oh my gosh, don't triple drain. Don't you do it. Bad memories. I might kick chairs. It's fine. I didn't do it. I restarted my multi-ball. Everything is fine.
You're okay. I mean, I don't know if it knows it's there, but
It is.
I'm just teasing.
So if you restart your multi-ball, you get the option to plunge for 3-ball. It's the same thing as the 4-ball before. Or, which I didn't get. So I'll just have a 2-ball multi-ball. That's all I need. I only need 2 balls. Don't get greedy. That's my motto. 41 million. That's not too shabby. Let's go for that. Oh gosh. Get around. Yes, it did it. Oh, that was a terrible shot though. I was so excited. See, that's my problem when I play pinball. I get a little too excited and I lose my focus.
Give me 4 nines.
I know
I think he says you need 4 nines. But...
No, I don't. I need something else.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But they did, I don't know. It's my kind of dumb. I'll just say that.
What, you like dumb movies? This is
I like very
news
dumb
to me.
movies.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see that?
Yeah.
Recovery from flipper fumbles. Okay. Right ram.
That'd be a good pin though, the
Heck
Fifth
was
Element.
There we go.
Probably. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. It'd be a fun theme.
Oh, whatever. I'm gonna go for it, everybody. Hey, did you fix the king drop target?
I'm not gonna say anything because I think it's been working better.
Yeah, that's why I haven't noticed it.
But no, I didn't touch it. I mean, I've touched it
I
in the
could have
past,
saved
so.
that.
I think I did get in there and jiggle some wires, so I can watch Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Ace Ventura 2. Not even the first one, the second one. Woo! Yowza!
Hey, now sometimes like sequels have like
No. I'm not judging. Sorry, I'm not judging that because mine are awful. But man, love Ace Ventura.
I'm gonna go grab my water.
Woo, buddy. Man, that was that the one where he starts off as a monk? Is that one? And he like he gets the big spears in his legs or whatever.
I never
The
saw
back
that.
guano?
I was too busy watching Braveheart, apparently.
Clearly.
Yes,
Oh,
is what Don't Panic Flip said.
great movie.
Are you on the list now?
Now I just like the one of the original scenes. I would have lost anyway. He would have got 20. I like in the original one with the package at the very beginning. Every time I see that, it didn't,
Yeah.
and I
know. You did try.
I should have nudged.
You just tried.
But he's sitting there and that just destroys that box. It gets me every time. I laugh so hard. It was pretty dumb.
What was that movie you turned on when we were when I was at Olo? Was it Dumb and Dumber? And
Maybe.
like I fell asleep. I did not understand why you were finding it so amusing. It was not my kind of humor apparently.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber is woo, buddy. It might have been that one.
I feel like that might have been it. Because that has a
Sounds broken. It sure is. He's in the elevator, and the
Oh,
doors just keep closing on this package, and everyone's just sitting there staring at him.
Yeah.
And he finally looks down like, oh, and like pulls it in. Oh, just physical comedy at its finest.
Okay, I probably should have gone the other way with that. See,
So
dance break.
if Lindsay's family's watching, I'm sorry. I have terrible taste in movies, but you know.
At least you admit it. I think it's
I like good movies too.
like name one.
Well, I don't know. What do people
I
genuinely
think
accept
that's.
as a good movie?
I was gonna say that's very subjective though, because like
Fritz Lang's M.
I have no idea what
Yeah,
that is.
right. It's a foreign film. I like me some foreign
Oh
films.
yeah, you do like
So I don't know.
Pan's Labyrinth.
You know,
Sorry, speaking of.
It's been a long time since I've seen that. Like, I think I was a kid, and it kind of scarred me a little bit.
How are you a kid? Like it came out.
Oh
when
no,
I was
not
in
Pants.
college.
I'm thinking just Labyrinth. Sorry, not Pants.
Really? No, that couldn't. I'm sorry. I was so blown away by that scar. That movie's awesome, and David Bowie.
Yeah, it's
David
a little
Bowie.
creepy.
I mean, kinda.
When you're a child,
Oh, putting up at level 1. Say hi, level 1.
hello, level 1.
Woo! We love you. It's a great place to play pinball, play
Hey.
other things too.
Hey, Pinball.
Play pinball. Yeah, all the highs and chats. Everyone say hi to level 1.
Hello, hello.
If you're in Columbus, head on
Yeah.
out to level 1. It's great people there.
They got great pins too.
Yeah, they do. And they also still have Tapper because most places I play here no longer have Tapper, so that's my go-to game when I'm playing in a tournament and leading. So, thank you for having Tapper.
Now it's a puzzling fighter.
Oh, I do like that. Well, I'm not very good at it,
Well, I didn't say you were.
but yeah.
I wasn't talking about
I don't
that.
think I quite get. Okay, so is it actually? It's like the cat. Is it?
Capcom puzzling fighter.
Was that the Street Fighter one?
Yeah.
Okay, so like what I don't. Oh, hey Buffalo. Evening to you as well.
Good evening.
Or creepily said by Kevin.
Was it creepily? It was like what's his name?
Oh, Alfred Hitchcock. I got that reference. But he's kind of a creepy guy, so I think my statement still stands, right?
Yes.
I mean, right?
Oh come on! I
So
can't-
yeah, we're happy to talk about
Anything?
any of this game if anyone wants us to.
Or
We're just
puzzling fighter, whatever.
yeah. Okay, so returning to Puzzle Fighter. I think I try to play it too much like Tetris, and like because I feel like you have to go more. Like I was watching the computer. I should have been playing, but I was watching the computer, and it seems to go like more vertical, and then it would kick my butt with like combos.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Wax said you weren't wheezy enough.
Creepy Kevin on through.
Wink. Super buffs. No, okay, drop poker. Okay, that should have given me drop poker. I was so close. It should have just been like, you were close enough, Lindsay. We have not shown you drop poker yet, so I feel like we should make that a challenge. Yeah. Draw. You get to hear him say draw.
Yeah, it's like the dough or
Yeah.
arg.
Oh, Angel's Revenge. Oh my gosh, with multi-ball, we can do this, everybody. We got this.
Actually, now that I think about it, this was the first one to do
Ready?
that. Well,
Ready?
this was before dough.
Woo, we did it! We did it!
This is before dough or arg.
Okay, sorry.
So
I'm
this
just
one did it
excited.
first.
I stacked multi-ball with Angel's Revenge, which is a good stack, everybody.
I'm sure there's another game though like
There we
that,
go.
right? They did like dough or arg in Pirates of the Caribbean by Jersey
Everything's
Jack.
fine. Oh, I
Like where a word just gets repeated over and over. And what was the first instance that you can think of that did that? What was the first game?
Oh, that's a good trivia question.
Because if you get the draw poker, he just keeps saying draw, draw, draw,
If you hit
draw.
things, you should
As you
specify.
hit your targets.
I'm done with Angels.
So that's I mean, this game came out in 1994. So can anyone think of an earlier game that did that type of mode?
That was bad.
I'm sure there was one. I just don't know of it.
Go for the ramp. Okay, so. Sorry, I'll eventually go. Okay, so I got it lit, right? No, why is, wait, I'm confused.
You're still shooting for the ramp.
I already had those down. Yeah, okay, alright. That's why I was confused, because it's like, why are all those drop targets down? But they were down to begin with.
Yeah. Just,
Right? Or I got them down while I was playing this. Okay. So then I thought I was supposed to be shooting from a suit. Everything's fine. That's how you save it, everybody. I tried the air defense it, and I was too late. Don't go. Okay.
you don't get one for that.
Okay, so returning to rules of Maverick, there's only some modes that you can stack with multi-ball. Kevin, do you know what they are?
Not really. I mean, I think Bank Heist you can.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only other one.
Let's go again. Okay, I don't follow the rules of Blackjack and Stanley.
Would be maybe Angel's Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can do it for Coop's Cash, can you?
Yes, you can.
Really? Okay. There you go.
But the Lauren Bell and Stagecoach you cannot.
Nothing comes to mind except for the Crypt Keeper never shutting. Oh. I know a lot of people don't like Robot Chicken. And that's fine. I accept that. I think it's hilarious. Again, apparently, that's my taste. But they do a good, pretty hilarious Crypt Keeper like spoof where he just says all these terrible puns and like nobody's laughing at him, and it's pretty great.
Got it.
So.
Oh yeah. Replay. FX.
Shoot for the pair.
Okay.
Doesn't
Wow.
Isn't there like a Joe Pesci phrase or something that gets repeated a lot in Lethal Weapon?
That was stupid. I somehow survived it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, I don't need those anymore. Stop shooting. That also could have been
Okay.
Are you? What?
Okay. That's what Joe Pesci does.
Oh.
Okay. But is that like a mode or is that just something like the entire game? Because I think technically that came out before this did.
Well, I cannot find the ramp. So I'm shooting for people. I know it's not obvious. Horns are coming in!
Whatever you want, Leo gets. Yeah. I don't know. Man, I've played that like maybe twice.
Finally did what I was trying to do. So I can raise my hand. Raise.
Everything repeats in Lethal Weapon. Fair enough. I mean, one could argue that this game repeats a decent amount too, but I don't think it's as bad as Lethal Weapon is.
Okay, we're gonna go for that 8 of clubs. We're just gonna hit the drop target. That's why you don't do that, everybody. That's why you do the safe thing where you post transfer and hit the ramp and then spot the card.
Shoot for the ramp.
I knew better.
Yeah.
I knew better.
Everything repeats in Lethal Weapon. Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, I know it's over 1.1 because that's where the replay's at, right?
Super Pops.
Poker Championship, here I come. I think we should make that the challenge.
Yeah. So working on a pinball machine, slice my finger open pretty good.
He slices his fingers often. More
I
often than
kept
makes
my
me
hand a lot.
Ooh, that was nice. You only got one for that? He moved it so much that the tilt bob stopped moving.
I think I might have gotten lucky because it went over that opto and it turned off the tilt sensor. That's the only thing I can come up with. I got super lucky there. That should have been bad. Neither.
Kevin is the best at trapping up in multi-ball. Everybody.
No!
You got this.
Get up there!
So you should do a quick post transfer. No, play your game. Play the way you want to play. That was a nice catch.
Oh!
There it is. Delayed tilt. Okay. Okay, chat. If you have a challenge you want to say from that someone won, feel free. I'm gonna change the challenge to Poker Championship. We're going for it.
Put these
Uh-oh.
away.
Yeah, put them away. Okay, poker championship. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta deal with me singing harmony, everybody. Ooh, the horns are about to come in. Multi-ball tilt. Ah! Alright, I'm gonna give Kevin a point for that.
Who tilts in a multi-ball?
Nobody ever tilts in multi-ball. It's like nobody ever multi-dreams, right?
I've never even done that in a tournament either.
Alright, we're going for poker championship.
I have too. It's so bad. I tilted in a multi-ball.
Oh, with the flip! I pushed it too soon. Or what the flip was up there.
I tilted in a multi-ball on Iron Maiden, and I was catching up too.
That's so sad when you told me.
Oh, it was tragic. It was real bad, y'all.
Okay, so we don't have to do well in these modes. We just have to get through them to get to poker championship. But I'm gonna try to do well because points are still fun to get. Ooh, extra ball is lit. Extra ball is lit. I think that actually, does that stay lit if I don't get it? Let's just see what I find.
Wow! Something ain't right.
Does Kevin get another point because like the tilt bob is still swinging? What is it? Something stuck? That seemed weird. Thanks, Buffalo Pinball, for a hosting. What are you?
This was leaning on the tilt bob. I was like, man, this game is being.
I want a do-over.
This game is being real nice to us tonight. Huh. That'd be why.
Super Phantom Tilt. Right, Pink Ninja?
We've been cheating.
Mystery solved.
Yep.
And it would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for those meddling kids.
Hey guys, I fixed it.
You're such a good tech.
I'm great.
Look at that.
Hey, pro tip, don't put the manual inside the game.
Someone clip that. No.
Whoops!
Oh, that was pretty funny.
I swear we don't. You can't make this stuff up. It just happens. I don't.
And that's why you gotta love pinball. And like, see, if that happened in a tournament, we'd be all pissed off, right? I mean, we probably should have gotten something for that, but like, But here, we're just having fun.
Hilarious.
That was pretty fun.
I'm sure, because it was fine, and then when I threw the game over.
Yeah. Just don't move it, because you have 3 dangers right now, so.
Oh yeah, that's true, I do. That's hilarious.
It just kept going.
You're caught,
maybe the game is good, but maybe not leaning against the bob. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, it adds a certain je ne sais quoi to the gameplay.
A little something to it. Man, that's hilarious.
I can honestly say I've never seen that before.
I don't think many people have.
How was it? How did it even get like that?
Because it was on there's a coin box in there,
right?
so it was down on the coin box.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Tilted over.
Yeah. It's why live people are the best. Good afternoon. Oh, hey, polar bear. I was doing a weird dance because it's what you do when you play Maverick.
Yeah.
Sound like someone's at the door. Maybe it's my check.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm expecting a check for a not insignificant sum. Not like the world's most amount of money, but like, seriously, it's been like how many months now?
An earned amount of money, so therefore any amount of money that you should be waiting for.
It's annoying me.
Yeah.
Pinball Mafia, go get them.
Yeah, that's right. Sick of the people that... No, not our post office people are good. You don't
Yeah, don't go for the post office.
Oh, we ordered more shirts.
Oh, we did!
And they are going to be ready tomorrow. Well, they're already ready, but...
We don't have them in our possession.
And so tomorrow, we're going to get them in and update the website. So, if you would like a t-shirt, go to whattheflip.wtf or click on the link below the video and order one.
And you can see us modeling our beautiful shirts.
Yeah.
Mailbox money is the best. Okay, so let me just tell you that I have the worst luck and maybe it's just because I get a lot of checks in the mail because I'm a freelancer. But like, I'm not trying to be a pain in the butt to people who send me checks. But I always tell people, I'm like, please just let me know when you send it, so that I know that it's on its way. So that I know if it doesn't get there, I can let you know, because I have bad luck getting checks in the mail. And you're kicking my fanny. I wonder why.
Yeah, I know, weird. I just gotta rig the game to tilt you out.
Okay.
Caught cheating.
We did achieve a goal though. Extra ball is still lit, so that
There it
answers
is.
that question.
Extra ball stays lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, seriously, like, I don't know. She has terrible luck getting stuff in the mail.
Specifically checks.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get that extra ball. Everybody.
But we haven't had such luck shipping out t-shirts. So if you want a t-shirt,
Yeah, we've had. Oh, I don't want to jinx it.
Razor bowl. Your bet.
Yeah, no worries, it's fine. Just go for it. Go for that 3 of a kind.
no line.
Alright, because we were just trying to do modes, so we really want to focus on finishing hands. Okay, everything's fine. Oh, I was hoping for not today, right
Need to get a hammer.
Woo! You need 4. He didn't finish his thought. Oh, that was mistimed. It had some spin on it. Oh, I do.
You got
Okay,
an
so
extra
this is
ball.
actually great, because if I can plunge the super pops, then we were gonna go for draw poker too. There's so many things that we're gonna do, Kevin.
I know. So many things to do, so little time.
Tilt pops. Okay, if I can plunge this, which is in my capability, maybe, then it will relight my mode start, which will help me out immensely. Oh, I was thinking about the mode start.
Yeah.
Oh, I also still need to get my 1 drop catch in. I had like a half a drop catch.
Not sure how they made it up all the way and around, but you know, it worked.
Magic.
Oh, it's magic, you know.
Razor bowl.
I don't want those matches. Even though I did have some. Okay, that's much better. Let's go for that.
Shoot for the pair.
Razor bowl.
There you go.
Raise. Ante up.
Alright, one more. We got
Yeah.
this. Don't let Maverick. Finish the
Yeah,
game.
you need to keep raising your hands before you finish them.
Hey, alright, we got another mode going, everybody. So now we're up
Don't
to
shoot. Yeah, if you don't keep raising your hands, it takes way longer to get through to get to the modes. You should be able to technically do it. I think if you raise your hands, you should be able to do it in 2.
So see, Bankai said I can take my multi-ball in.
Yeah.
Just pointing it out to everybody, since we were talking about that earlier.
Oh, oily, very oily.
This is the one game where I can actually pretty consistently pass the right flipper. That was close.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close too. Okay, don't do it. One more time. I was hoping it would bounce back from the pops.
That might actually got it there.
That would have tilted if the manual
Royal
was.
flush.
That's what I did before. I did
I know,
a
I'm
slot
just
place.
teasing.
I don't know what you're talking about. See, I could have drop caught that,
Maybe
right?
this thing's just a stuck switch now, so it's completely broken.
Oh no, I lost that hand.
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't paying attention, apparently.
Yeah, so, I mean,
There's always more hands in poker. I deserved that one.
yeah, that one was earned. That one was well earned. Yeah, in this game, you really don't want to lose hands. The main reason why is the more hands you win in a row, the higher value you get for then completing hands. Man, it comes off of that flipper. It's hard to get it where you need to be.
Your bet. Raise.
When did you collect the majority of your games?
Last couple years.
Yeah, I was about to say, really, I think it's been within the past year,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And we've kind of, well,
We kind of went ham. And
now we're kind of taking a break, though we are looking for a nice buzzy, I like to call them buzzy EMs.
Yeah, we're trying to collect some more from the different manufacturers. So we'd like a Gottlieb.
Yeah, we don't
have
have a
a
Gottlieb.
Williams currently. We've had a Williams in the past, but
Your favorite.
Gottlieb is paramount, but as of right now. But no, we bought Yeah,
Okay, draw
basically.
poker. Ready?
So I bought my Stern Magic way back in like 2006.
What am I on?
Raise.
And I played it on and off, repaired it on and off, but didn't really do much until probably like 2016 is, I guess, probably when I really got that thing going. 2015-ish.
Multi-ball doesn't help me. I don't know why I went for that.
And then basically, yeah, in 2016 we bought Stern Pinball and Big Guns. And that was all we had for a little bit. And then,
Well, you bought those.
Yeah.
Because you wanted the...
right. And then in 2017
Oh, gosh.
is really, or no, 2018, because I think it was the year after. Nah, 2017 and 18 is kind of when we bought
Oh, I
the
should
rest
have
of
flicked
them.
it. I
So,
should have flicked it. Sorry.
yeah, over the last couple years is really when we kind of started going crazy.
There we go.
So we're up to, I don't know,
Oh,
seven working that are flippered and 2 that are non-flippered.
I just wanted to do that, everybody.
So yeah, we
It's
have.
not helping me get to the poker championships.
Oh shoot! But yeah, we got. I don't know. I'm trying to do some work to get my Frankenstars to be an actual stars
We're gonna relight that kickback.
and get Pinball actually back up and running too. So I'm trying to get a stars and a Pinball at the same time instead of having a playthrough
Oh,
from
no.
one and the other. So.
Oh no! Sorry, that was.
I like classic Sterns. It's kind of my favorite era.
I think a lot of people share that sentiment.
It's growing, I think. When I bought Magic, man, that I don't know, not a lot of
Oof,
people
discard
wanted it.
5. Don't like that.
The reason I asked my collection, my games 15, 20 years ago, do you think your games were fair price?
Good
Depends
question.
on what day you ask me.
Yeah, Kevin tends to think he pays more than he needs to. Like, that's his default. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it almost came back!
I mean, we bought 2
So
new
close.
in box, so those are what, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much you can do there. Now, some would argue that new in boxes have gone up too much. I don't know. That's not for me to say. I mean, we were comfortable paying what we paid for them.
I mean, you got Magic, I think, probably at a decent price, right? I mean, what?
Yeah, I think I paid for. But some would argue I paid way too much back then, because I paid $460, I think, $450 for a Magic back in 2006 or 2007. And some would say that's probably too much, but I don't know. I mean, I've had it for now 13, 14 years or whatever, so it's been.
If you can find titles you like, yeah, and that's the thing for new negotiation, right? Ouch, cat. Good lord.
We got a cat.
Sorry, the cat just like scratched my back.
Yeah.
That's not cool, buddy. Scratch that. Yeah, and that's the difficult thing. It's like, if it's something you really want, and like, even if you technically overpay for it, like,
Yeah.
I don't see that as bad because unless you like really got taken for a ride.
I mean, I probably paid a little bit too much for a Big Guns, but when I got rid of it, I was like, this is the price I paid. This is the price I went back out of it.
Yeah.
And I found someone that was willing to pay that price. So, did I overpay? Did he overpay? Who knows? But we both left happy, so, it's one of those things.
Can't find a Stern Classic at a reasonable price to save my life. Just one, right? Yeah, and that's the thing, as Kevin was saying recently, since now they're, everyone's kind of like in Stern Classic. That's the end, right?
Yeah.
Did you beat me?
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. I'm pretty sure you beat me.
Yeah, Sterns are started skyrocketing. I bought my Pinball for $600 with a blown out playfield.
Well, that's always a tough. He got his Big Guns and Pinball together. So.
Yeah, so I can kind of fudge which one I paid more for, but basically I paid $1,500 for Big Guns and $600 for Pinball. So then I've cobbled together some things with that, but yeah, so I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. We paid good money for pins. We paid cheap money for pins. or less money, I should say.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it depends on how much that game is frustrating me that day. If we've overpaid or if I've underpaid. So, like Pirates of the Caribbean wears me out with some of the issues we've been having with it,
Yeah.
and so I get pretty angry. And I may or may not have cursed Jersey Jack every once in a while. But short of that, like I've been very happy overall. So I don't know. It's like I said, depends on the day. Depends on my mood. But the other thing, like I was saying before, is when we both find a game that we like, we split the cost of it.
Yeah, and that helps us out a lot because then it doesn't feel like you're paying as.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this game's only X amount of dollars,
Yeah.
which is half of what we actually paid. So.
Yeah. All right, we're still poker
Hello,
championship.
Gordon Good Vibes. Hello.
I already said hello while you were
Sorry, I was
jabbering
playing a
on
game.
about nothing.
I was prattling on about nothing. So.
All right, we need to go for the mode.
Number 3, Ellie Wonka should be at my place in a week. Nice.
Have to let us know how it is.
Yeah. After the music worms its way into your brain.
My stance. Stop standing.
Yeah. Yeah, the game, and that's just it. I mean, that's why, and Lindsay's totally correct, that I don't think we've not gotten any bad deals on pinball machines. Maybe we paid more, maybe we didn't.
Because, I mean, there's definitely some things we've passed on because we're like, nah, we like the game, but not for that price.
Right.
And most people you can talk, I mean, it's just like with all negotiations. If it's a non-new in box, like, most people will set the price a little higher than they'll actually accept for it.
Right. Well,
Oh, you two are always a good chat. Thank you, Polar Bear.
get up
I
there.
saw my AC/DC Lucy for the Wonka, so I hope I like it.
Yeah?
You know, AC/DC Lucy is a good game, so, and that's what people ask us about our collection as far as, like, we kind of will need to get rid of a game, I think, in order to buy something new. But we're not ready to let any of ours go yet.
Yeah,
They're
that's
all
the
our babies
problem.
still.
We're too attached, and we just, like, we have a little bit of space, but not really.
And it is a hobby, like it's.
So-
and you get the bug, and like it's hard to quit.
Well, and the other problem too, that it's like,
Oh yeah, extra ball.
say you overpay $200, $300 for a game. If you keep that game, and even if you sell it for the same price you bought it, which we all know that pinball prices have basically been going up. Who knows how long that's going to go on? But I mean, even if you pay for as long as you played that game, you've gotten a lot of value out of it, right? So I don't know. Is that still a loss?
Yeah, well, we were talking about that with my family the other day as far as, like, some of the ridiculous pinball prices you see. I think the most ridiculous ones are ones that you see people who know nothing about pinball. They go and look up what the new games are worth and are like, oh, I can get $6,500 for my old non-working, I can't think of a title.
Pinball's my drug. I'm not a huge fan of Maverick. I'll make fun of any pin, but Maverick just ain't my type. Oh, that's all good. Not every pin's for everybody.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like when people are like,
I mean, I don't really care for the Twilight Zone that much. I know that's like sacrilegious, but
oh, that was so close.
I don't know. I don't think it's a bad pin. I just don't like it that much. So I will say that there's plenty of pins out there that I don't care for, but I'm not going to go out and outright call them bad. Just because I don't like them doesn't mean anything. So, like Firepower.
Yeah, look at that.
Firepower, for whatever reason, just never did it for me. So, now, again, if it's there, and, that's the only pin I had to play, I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
Saw a hot hand for $850. Needs parts to work. I will never get out what I paid for it and get a winter project. There you go. I'm a fan of the
I
newer
can
stuff.
read this.
Sorry. Am I getting in the way?
Alright, it ended.
I'm wearing her out. My bad.
Fan of newer stuff. Neither Firepower impressed me. You talking about, is there more than one? Just Firepower 2?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think it's Firepower 2. I don't remember it too well, but...
Yeah, I don't think... Oh, wow. I just messed up my hair, everybody. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, Firepower... The first Firepower. So I'm trying to remember if I've ever played any other. Yeah, I'm old and hang on to nostalgia. Nothing wrong with that. New is cool. I'll, put money in the slot. Put money in the slot. Yeah. I actually... That's one thing that Kevin and I talk about. It's kind of sad that, like, you can't play classic games on location anywhere because there's a lot of really fun classic games.
Yeah, real cool stuff out there.
And you just people are like, if you get them in a tournament, people are afraid of them because they don't like know how to play them. And,
right.
So like, that's what. It's hard to find, or like if you find them, people think that they don't tend to not get as much love. I don't mean playing wise, but like maintenance wise.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a circle that feeds itself. Like I really like Aztec. Aztec is one of my favorite games. Come to your house? Okay, when can we come over, Polar Bear?
Sweet.
Let's go.
Come now.
But
Put the barbecue on.
Yeah. But yeah, we had an Aztec that we could play pretty regularly, but it had a lot of problems, and it definitely makes it harder to enjoy the game when you know what it's like when it works.
High Speed 3. He wants to see one.
The Getaway.
Multiple ready.
What would it be like? The Getaway 2, High Speed 3, Speed or something? Just
Need for Speed.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Lauren Bell. Okay, so Lauren Bell is one of the modes you can't take multi-ball in, but we love. I knew that was gonna happen too because of the way I hit that ramp.
Oh my gosh.
Oh well. Poker Championship is ridiculously hard to get to, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
All right, so
Dealer win.
what are we doing?
I think we should keep playing.
Okay, keep playing.
Play on!
Play on! All right.
I don't think we have to pack or anything. We do have to.
We do have to.
Okay, I don't really like this mode. So
We gotta eat. We gotta feed the cats, but that's all right.
I don't care. We're starting it anyway. Because we're trying to
No,
get
we're doing it.
Poker Championship.
We're starting it again. Yeah, no, we might, we're gonna end up taking up some of you guys' offers on these, coming over. We'll let you know. Where are you, located? He says he's in New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, we can pop up there, no problem. Oh, we're in Ohio. We're in Cincinnati.
In Ohio.
But, okay. Whew. I don't know why I tried to play this mode.
Yeah, I'd love to find a, going back to finding pins, I'd love to find a Galaxy to play.
Oh yeah, I was just watching, as I said
Top of
before.
2018.
Oh, I got lucky there.
Yeah, Gordon,
Yeah, Galaxy was one of the.
yeah, Gordon's in Ohio as well, but I think it's like the Toledo area, maybe? Is that what?
Yeah, you were in Northern Ohio.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go on a road trip. I mean, we're going to the south right
Yeah,
now,
we're
but
going
then
south this weekend.
our next road trip will be up north and hit up everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
There.
It was a small area by
Erase that.
Toledo. Perfect.
I know, but I should have raised it
For the break.
because I got like no chips for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. So on, I don't know if
That was
Susie said
stupid.
it.
User error.
If you get perfect, or if you get close call, which means you only have one card left to fold, you get 3 times the value for the poker hand.
I don't know where I don't know where Napoleon is. And Polar Bear wants a Galaxy too.
You want to go
A
ahead?
Galaxy.
Yeah.
It seems like a neato little game. Like it's
Yeah.
got a cool. I think it's got a really interesting design that you don't see, and it's got the candy cane. I
It
mean,
does have a candy cane.
who doesn't love good? That's why we need it. See, Kevin's good at this mode. He will finish this mode often.
I don't know.
This is your mode right here.
For whatever.
Oh, it moves. Unfortunately, you can't see it on stream because it's under the. We should have a captive ball cam.
Lauren Bell cam.
That's what we're missing in our lives. See? Look at that. Okay, so it was 2.
Yep.
And you get the extra bullet from that mode.
Yeah, I never
Oh,
go
hey
for
there,
it.
Osric.
I never go for that from the upper flipper. I always shoot for the Lauren Bell from this lower right.
Yeah,
it's
safer.
just. I wish I could do that on dialed in.
Ready. Handy up.
What was telling me?
Yeah,
that?
the SIM card shot is way lower on the playfield.
It
I don't know
is.
why you keep equating it.
Oh,
But
because you come
I
off
feel
the
like that's more like
flipper.
where the ramp is on dialed in.
Well, yeah. I guess I'm equating because you come off the flipper to hit it, the upper flipper.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
Oh no! Gordon, good vibe. Yeah, actually, that's the game in the Cincinnati women's tournament. That's the game that put me out. I mean, I did okay on it, but like, yeah, it seems like one of those games where it should be pretty friendly. Like, I've played it where it seems pretty friendly, and then when it's not, it's like, what happened? And it's like, I think that's the worst for me. If it's a game that I know I normally can't gain control of the ball, like,
Handy up.
okay, but that game I feel like, oh, the flipper gap doesn't seem too bad, the outlanes, but no, it finds a way. It finds a way.
4 phase.
5 and 9 is 4 speed. I don't know. See? I almost did the same thing
I've drained
again.
with Armageddon. Oh no, lit countless times. Yeah, Gordon, it's so, yeah.
Every once in a while, I feel like I can find it on dialed in and have a pretty good game. But then others, for the most part, though, that game just seems to beat me up. Like most pinball, really. See, the light went out right before.
Mhm.
There is no grace period.
Choose your button.
I'm consistently playing
Wow.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll let you read that. See, this is what you do. You step over it and then. Okay, I'm gonna drop ketchup. I should keep forgetting to go for draw poker.
I've been trying a little bit.
I haven't been trying at all.
I haven't tried every single time.
All right, next game. We're not allowed to take. Well, it's because we're doing the poker. Oh, I almost did it.
Man, yeah, the only one that we really get to play around here is a little far away. It's not like super, but
Yeah, Comics to Games has one in. That was stupid.
Razor bolt.
woo! That was 3. It's 3 warnings.
Handy up.
So a few fingers.
Don't slap save now.
That's my style, though. Slap
know.
pinball machine.
You
Okay,
might
this
be in
is done.
trouble. Yeah. No, there's man.
Where's the manual? I'm just kidding.
It's right here. I took it out here. Yeah, for those that are just tuning in, I leave the manuals in the games,
So we know where they are,
so I know where they are.
because otherwise they will get lost.
And I moved the game pretty good, and the manual ended up getting like this onto the tilt bob, and some hilarity ensued.
It did. It might have caused in like almost a tilt through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was,
Just have to go back and watch it.
It was pretty
This is
good.
bad. I could have saved that, but I was scared of
Yeah.
tilting, so I don't know why. It's not like there's anything on the line. I feel like now the game is very cattywampus, though. Oh, grief. I can never do that. Too terrified of it. Okay, here we go.
Too
That's your
low.
shot.
Too low. No, if I could shoot it from the lower right
You can
flipper.
though. You could,
Yeah.
as long as you don't hit another switch and you gain
That's-
control.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's just that if you hit a switch, it'll raise all those targets again. Or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean.
I got a flipper on it.
Okay, draw poker, everybody. Draw poker's happening right now. Okay. I'm gonna get it. I don't care about super pops. I care about draw poker.
We'll go feed the cat.
Did you see that? Ah, I was just a little bit off. But see, it wasn't until I hit the sling that the drops went back up. What do we want to do? I want to start another mode. So we'll do that.
Razor bolt.
Great. It's you?
Free and safe.
I don't know if I should have raised. Ba-ba-ba-ba. This is terrifying. Okay. Oh, that's worse. Okay, everything's fine. Ah, darn it. I know. It's fine. I earned that one. I knew as soon as you went to go feed the cats that, like, this was gonna happen. So I'll tell that joke I know. I don't know any jokes, everybody. I know some musician jokes, but, But I don't know if people would appreciate them as much as I do.
Alright, I'm coming.
Oh, he's coming back, everybody.
Sorry.
I told that joke I know. It was really funny. Everybody laughed.
Everyone.
Everybody laughed.
Now the cats were hungry. Scratching people.
Yeah, they did scratch me. Well, yours scratched me. Draw poker.
Who here wants to play?
Yeah. He's gonna get it right here, folks.
Yeah.
See? I told you that's
No
what would
pressure.
happen. You just need to ask me what to do, and I'll tell you what to do.
I just completely missed it.
It's
Though.
okay.
Spade.
Now you know you can do it.
Yeah, that's fair. It's too much pressure to hit it that way.
Okay, we can't end the stream until someone starts draw poker.
Oh my gosh.
I could be here all night, folks.
Woo.
Nah, we're not gonna be here all night. Do.
Seven of spades.
Just do name that pinball tune again.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with our stream, and you weren't around earlier when we actually did it, we normally on Wednesdays at 5 p.m., which I know is not,
Eastern Standard Time.
the greatest time maybe, but we do name that pinball tune, or I do an arrangement of a beloved pinball tune and make it not as beloved. No, but, and I upload, I'm a little behind, but I upload the videos to YouTube afterwards, so if you find one you particularly like to jam out to, then, go to YouTube.
Alright.
Check it out. Alright. Draw poker.
Draw poker.
I can make that the current challenge instead. I'm
I
leaving
think
poker.
that is the current challenge.
Yeah, probably. And you get a point for every draw poker you start. Because you can start 3. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, everybody. Don't try to stop me. I'm doing it.
You're doing it, Peter!
Hey, that's the second time Hook has been today. Have you ever played Hook, Kevin?
No.
Yeah, I played it at Free Play Florida.
I was gonna buy one, but
It's kind of, I think the complaint about it is it's kind of a one-trick pony. What am
yeah,
I
it's just
hyping?
shoot the
Oh,
ramp
draw.
over and over, right?
Yeah. But it's one of those games of like, I don't know. Some of those games that are one-trick ponies for points are fun to play, like play the game. Like maybe it's not a fun
Correctly,
tournament
yeah.
game, but like, and that's always the thing for me. When I talk to people about pinball machines, it's like, which pinball is just shoot the ramp? We were talking about Hook. It's got that like middle, like whirlpool-y thing. And I think you have to do something before you can just hit the ramp over and over. But I don't know. I think it's one that does it's been a while since I played
Yeah.
it. But
I think it's got
Drop
that, because, sorry.
oh,
The other one that's like that would be,
woo!
the equivalent would be the Data East Star Wars. That's just hit the ramp over and
But
over.
didn't they change, like, there's like a mod code for that, isn't there? I thought,
Yeah, there's alternative code for sure. Oh, I've heard people say that about Cue Ball Wizard. Oh, that's fair.
yeah,
And then,
go for the ramp.
And then Tater Salad said Gladiators is one of my favorite pins, but it's absolute something in
Yep.
competition.
Yep. I know what you mean. We had a Gladiators nearby, and it's, yeah, it's not fun. The Star Wars. The home run is fun in competition, yeah.
Oh,
Cyber maybe does not like it, Cue Ball Wizard. I actually, when I was playing more virtual pinball, I know I've played a Cue Ball Wizard in real life, but I've played it mostly on virtual, and I think it's fun on virtual. I don't know. But again, the Gottlieb that I want, that's kind of that time, is, I really want to Wipeout. I love Wipeout.
We almost lost the ball to Lauren Bell.
I'm glad we did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing on this game. If you get it stuck on the drop targets and the drop targets pop up, they can pop it up into the Lauren Bell. And a ball search will not find it. You have to take things apart.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it doesn't happen too often, but it does happen.
We did fix the upper flipper.
Yeah.
So it is working now.
I think it was just a bad dirty switch, dirty
Yeah.
contact.
So
Yeah.
we probably just jinxed it, but yeah.
I mean, it's going to get sleepy here probably, yeah.
It'll know the spotlight's on it, so.
I have a bad habit of leaving flippers up.
You just gotta know when to leave them up and when to knock them down.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. No one to walk away. No one to.
All
Sorry.
right, draw poker. Yes. Okay, here we go. It's right here. Nope. I've only ever gotten draw poker from the upper floor. Shoot, I almost got that. Okay, that was a defensive move that cost me.
Choose your button.
This is going well.
I mean, we're just trying for draw poker, so. It's fine,
Perfecting
right?
my Visual Pinball X settings. What? Just having a lot of fun with Tron and Adam's Family VGX. Nice!
Yes!
So you're gonna lose at celebrating. Here it is, everybody. This is Draw Poker. So you get to hear Mel Gibson say draw a lot. He sounds like Tim Allen.
Sometimes he does.
And you just want to hit drops. You want to hit all the cards you can.
So you can continually hit the stand-ups too. The two and the.
Because see, drop targets now score 6 million. Not too shabby. I'll give you a point.
So not a. It's a fun little mode. It's nothing like crazy.
Yeah.
But it gets you some points.
So Ryax, what sort of settings were you messing with? Just curious. Bit.
Ah!
Yeah, those LEDs are crazy.
Yeah, they're going nuts.
Raise.
Tron and Star Trek are some of the newest arcade hardware of any type to be successfully emulated at home. Pinball hardware is so anemic. You got a point.
Thank you.
I gave it to you already.
Thanks.
So I'm trying to get more points.
That's cool. Yeah, no,
Oh, I almost got it!
Oh, yeah, you were super close.
Yeah, it's the start of my life.
Wait!
This isn't going well. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do a loop pass. I don't care anymore. Oh, it's probably gonna lock it. Called it.
Mostly I was adjusting nudging for my Xbox 3. Nice!
Yeah, nudging is hard on virtual pinball.
It is.
Like, that's one of the things, if you can get good nudging going, like, you can make some money, man.
We tried to stream some. Well, we did. We streamed some Pinball FX3. And that one, yeah, like you gotta you tweak that stick just a little bit, and it's just like, oh, double
Yeah,
danger. And you're like, really? Thanks.
Oh, that was terrible.
All right.
I'm not even gonna give you the choice to end this. I gotta go again. Alright, shall we still draw poker?
It's up to you.
I'm changing it back to Poker Championship.
Okay.
Because they got to see it.
They did.
Anyone out there in chat ever done the Poker Championship on this game? I don't even know what the rules are because I've never seen it.
Yeah, right. Like, Lindsay's and I are kind of at the same, we don't, I mean, I'm not saying we never look things up, but.
We like to figure it out ourselves.
Or, get to it ourselves before.
And then look it up.
I mean, if we see it on a stream, okay, that's fine, but we're not going to usually go searching for it.
Unless it's a tournament game.
Yeah.
That I know nothing about. Then I will do my research.
And now I can't find that thing to save my life.
But like Pirates, we've done almost no research on. I like to play it. What was I gonna say about? You can let that did bounce.
Yeah. Ugh, lost it, y'all.
I don't know. Let's talk about. It's probably not
looking up
important.
stuff. Pirates.
Oh, I think I was just gonna say, yeah. I had a bit of Gordon Good Vibes syndrome on this game. I had Poker Champ. Well, I thought if I finished all the modes, it would just start Poker Championship. I don't know why I thought that, but then it didn't. And I think you have to hit that raised fold shot in the middle, that vertical up kicker, and
The fuck?
I missed and dreamed. Because that's what happens when you try to go to Wizard Wodes. Wizard Wodes, everybody. Is Poker Championship the Wizard Mode? Yeah. And like
We believe so. I mean, yeah.
And you have to, you don't have, well, I don't know, it might be one of those things like in Pirates or Star Trek where if you do well on the modes, it might affect your scoring in Poker Championship. We don't know. But the reason it's so hard to get to is because you got to complete all these hands to start your modes. There's really no other way except off the plunge here.
Yeah. So technically, if you have extra balls on, you can get
Yeah.
2 modes that way, but you still have to get through 3 other modes. So you gotta complete the hands.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get one.
This is a Data East pin, Sega and Data East combined. Well, so technically, this is a Data East Sega game.
I couldn't decide what to do, everybody. That's why I just streamed.
I think the story went that, well, Sega, the original Sega folded, and then they created Data East a little bit later, and then Data East was folding / Sega bought Data East, and then later Sega was folding, and so then they recreated Stern again. But it's Stern Pinball, not Stern Electronics. That's my rough understanding of the history of it.
Yeah, Tater said it just had different owners. It's not the challenge anymore.
I know.
Show off.
Well, I want to prove it wasn't a fluke or something. I don't know. I want to do it for myself.
But see, look how fun it is. It is a fun mode though, because like you just get a buttload of points for shooting down trucks. I mean,
Oh no! But that's the
and
danger.
I think if you clear a bank like he just did, you get that 10 million.
Yeah. But the danger is shooting for those left. Yeah.
Well, then just go for the bank so
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
clear up there, and then
I'm totally with you.
this is just I played really well a couple games, and then it just kind of all went to pot.
I've always wondered what happened between the 80s and the back. The one true pinball company that didn't just avoid bankruptcy, it had 3 and came back stronger than ever. Yeah, I mean, I guess some of the history is
Finally.
it was. I mean, Gary owns it now, right? But it was his dad that owned the like Stern Electronics. Is that kind of what it was? I loosely understand kind of what happened.
This is bad. Whew!
Yeah.
I survived.
Tater Salad said that's correct. So there you go. Stern quit
Point for
making
Kevin.
pins in the 80s. Why? They went bankrupt. They went out of. Well, I mean, they were going out of business, I think is the. And then they either sold or just. Yeah.
Okay, you might have thought I missed. Well, that I missed, but
I think that's why.
they didn't. Data East bought them, then
Oh,
Sega
okay.
bought them.
Got it.
Didn't you say that earlier?
Well, but
I mean,
I couldn't remember if it went directly from Stern Electronics to Data East to Stern. So yeah.
Pinball history.
Yeah. Like I said, I kind of understand it, but I don't know exactly. But yeah, I think they were going to go because Orbiter 1 was like their last one, right? And then the ship was sinking at that point.
Was Gary Stern always employed by Data East / Sega?
I do not know that.
Tater Salad?
I'm going to go ahead and make it up and say yes. 'Cause
My
why not?
understanding was that the Sterns have always been there. Since the beginning of pinball. I added that since the beginning of pinball.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
I was just hoping my different inflection was clear.
Well, because there was, I mean, there's been a Gottlieb in pinball for a long time too. I mean, not recently. And then, I mean, some of the older, I mean, Bally, man. Then obviously we know what happened to them. Mega Pops.
Slot machines make more money.
Yeah. I mean, that's Bally Midway, right?
Okay, can I just say though, they used to have at the casino here, the virtual pinball slot, and so the bonus feature was you got to play a video mode pinball, and I liked it quite a bit. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't play it all. I think I've played it twice. It's no longer there. Don't know why.
Right. Well, I mean, there was a crash in the 80s and the 90s, right? I mean, that's for pinball anyway. I mean, I know everybody's been predicting another crash. Who knows what's going to happen? Not everybody, obviously. There are people.
I won.
I mean, I am really surprised Pinball made it at all out of 2000.
349.
I really am. Ever since 70s, they've been under heavy competition from video games. 40s was war. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, that worked out better than I thought it was going
There's certainly always something, right? Well, I mean, and then originally they were seen as gambling devices, so that was a big problem with them. So.
Well, originally they pretty much were just gambling devices.
Yeah, well, they turned into that real quick.
That was stupid timing. I'm surprised it didn't die.
Yeah.
Ramp. Whee!
Now, I have one down in the basement. It's called Jumbo. It literally is a slot machine. So, I mean, you can physically manipulate it, so I guess technically, it's not quite, but...
It's a game of skill.
Yeah. There are people who say that the world will end tomorrow. I'd rather be happy for more pinball. There you go.
Yeah, tater salad. Yeah, that's what it's always. When you read these things, let's go one more.
Grain of salt, right? Yeah, let's go again.
Last game, y'all. It's happening right now.
Last
We're
game.
going to the Poker Championship. We're gonna win it all. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna drop catch everything. Well, the happiest I was at one tournament. I actually did successfully drop catch on Deadpool twice, and I'm very excited about that.
Man, I got it out there. Just I don't know how.
I saw that.
Oh, and then, so you guys can't really see what's happening there because of the flashers, but it just loves to get into that lane.
And there's nothing really. There is a piece that deceptively thinks you can bounce it off. That's like right here. Am I in the right spot? Yeah. And it's kind of like it's more flat than angled though. So like if you bounce it off it'll normally push it down into the thing again.
It's kind of like Star Trek. Nice.
I did it, everybody.
It's kind of like Star Trek in that like once it gets over there, you're just kind of like, well, that's gone, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And the same thing with AC/DC, where it's like it's kind of hard to see because there's stuff blocking it. And so you're like, well, I might be able to save that. And it's like, is it coming back out? I screwed it up.
And that's why you'll see me very preemptive if there's like any chance, because it does have like a piece that goes this way.
Yeah.
So if you can somehow hit it into that, but then you might bounce it down the middle. So you know, it's just a dangerous area on this machine.
That right out lane is usually hungry, but always kind of nasty. So, but hey,
So like this is a dangerous thing, but see it hit that that upper piece.
On our game, the feed out of the right pops loves to go over and hit that top piece of plastic and just roll out to the right. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it a bunch already. So
I'm so excited about that loop pass.
Heck yeah, dog.
Sorry, everybody. It's like.
See, right there. That was a good move because you gave it enough just to get it out, and you have to do it. At one time, Sega of Japan also made pinball. Oh, I do.
That's bad.
Barely. I mean, Atari made some too, right?
Go
like
for the
way
rain.
back then. Like they made a bunch of wide bodies. Yeah.
Interesting. I'll be honest. I'm not up on my pinball history, so anything anybody says.
I don't know. I love pinball nerding out about dates and everything.
I will say I checked out some books from the library because that's the way I am. And there was this one book, and it made me super sad because there was someone defaced it super inappropriately, which I'm not going to say what they did, but it made me sad. I was like, I just want to learn about pinball. I don't want like lewd comments. Maverick, woohoo! Right? WTR. Yeah, this is probably gonna be our last game. No, sorry.
Sorry for just joining.
Capcom made some, but Sega Japan's mostly stayed in Asia. And, I think it's interesting. Well, I mean, Japan's in China, but, like, I was talking to someone about how, like, pinball never got to China, really, because they're into more of the, like, pachinko.
Yeah.
Which is...
Interesting.
Okay, so I'm not going to go for the start mode on purpose, which means I'll probably get it. Here's my reasoning, just to let everybody know. I'm very close. I just need to finish one hand, which is the one that has the least amount of cards, to start Angel's Revenge. But if I start it on the plunge, then I'm going to have to start all the way over and chips. So I really don't want to start it on the plunge. I don't know if that explanation made sense, but hopefully you'll kind of see.
I knew what you were talking about.
Okay, thanks. That's because you understand me.
Oh.
What do I wanna
Yeah,
do?
Capcom. There's some cool Capcoms out there.
That's the worst. Don't ever do that
Yeah.
anyway. Like, I got really lucky there.
Yeah, Pinball Magic. That's a cool game.
Oh, I like Pinball.
Break Shot. That's a cool game. I think it's called Break Shot. Right?
I lost that
Oh.
hand. Fartsicles. Yep. See, and that's the danger.
Right out,
Gosh.
Ling.
I can't believe I lost that hand.
Yeah. That was no bueno. What else? I mean, I know.
Everything's fine.
Did Capcom also make the amazing game that is Street Fighter, or was that only? I can't remember.
I played Street Fighter once. I didn't feel like it was that
I
bad.
don't think it's that bad either. I mean, it's one of those games where it's like it's a little stop and go for a lot of people.
Yeah, I can understand that. Haven't played it.
I can't remember.
But, you know, I also played Thunderbirds and was like, this doesn't seem that bad.
We only got to play that once.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It was the same with Street Fighter. Like, if I played it more, I might be like, oh, I don't know about this.
That's why, I mean, obviously we could tell you some things we like and don't like about games we've only played once. But, I mean, we try to refrain from forming opinions after one game.
Oh, he says, I believe they did. Sega never made a Sonic physical pin, though. Ah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be.
Even though they had the license. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, that would be great. I can see that being super cool.
I mean,
You and that shot.
he's at least on
It's
the
like rub it
back
in.
class.
Well, he's on the DMV.
That's the one shot I get.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. You like to rub it in.
My
Okay.
hitting.
I'm
Well,
still
stop
not gonna-
hitting the
I'm-
ramp because you're rubbing it in.
Okay, that's 2 times I got rejected from the I was supposed to get it locked.
Right?
Or no, I wasn't. I didn't have it lit. Well, I mean, it's lit there, but I think that's why. Okay, never mind. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, Sonic Pin. I mean, but okay, but look at Mario. Like, I mean,
Okay, everything's fine.
oh no.
This is not okay. I'm gonna will it. It's not gonna go down the middle. It's gonna go to my right flipper. It's gonna go. Well, it might not go. It might go to my left. It's not gonna go down the middle. It's gonna go to one of the flippers. I believe in you. Right flipper. Well, left flipper. I went to the right first. And it did both the things I said.
Yeah.
What?
It didn't go down the middle. No, I mean, that's just it. There's tons of great, but they didn't turn out to be great pins. So, I don't know. Mario, the art is still cool. The tubes and all that, the plastic, looks fantastic, but the gameplay is just okay. Same with, like, Turtles.
Oh, I just relit it. Forgot. Okay, I'll forget later.
Gottlieb made 2 Mario pins. Yeah, they got that, Mushroom World and Super Mario Bros.
Oh gosh, that was mistimed.
I've actually played, let's see, there's a Mushroom World or whatever, the small one.
Aren't you gonna buy that?
I had a
Thought about
chance, yeah. It was a little bit more than what I wanted to pay at the time, but if I actually would have bought it, it'd probably been worth it. But yeah, you played it too. Nice. Yeah, the big one, the blue one.
I am gonna start this mode.
I can't judge that one because the one I played was not in very good shape. Nice. I don't think it's a terribly great pin, but it's not. It's
I
okay.
started the mode, everybody. Not the plunge. It took
Sega
me-
made some decent pins, yeah. Like there's what is it?
Now we go for multi-ball.
What's it called? No,
Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool pin. I like the Jurassic Park one that Sega made.
That's the one where the T-Rex eats your ball, right?
No, that's Data East.
Oh.
The Sega one was they had like the dump truck, that type thing that picked up the ball. It was like it looked like a little truck with like yeah.
Okay.
I've only played the big one in visual, unlike the small one. I've done on location. Gotcha.
Oh, that almost was. Yeah, I know I'm ignoring the mode, everybody, but I was trying to start my multi-ball, so let's get one thunkin'.
The Sega JP had the egg that broke open. Got it.
Oh! gonna get to this effing poker championship someday. So seriously though, I'm probably gonna play this again after we stop streaming, and then I will get to it. That's what I did on
Pirates.
Pirates, cause yeah.
Anyway, well, I think that's gonna do it for us today.
Yeah, because
we
unfortunately we got some works to do.
Yeah, we gotta take care of some stuff.
My favorite video game pin is Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Or Baby Pac-Man.
Baby Pac-Man's cool too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like a lot of video game pins aren't the most well received.
Sometimes they don't translate very well, but.
And I think it's just because people are like so used to.
The video.
Yeah.
But there's.
What can you do?
There's the ones that FX made, like the.
Yeah, the Skyrim one is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Like, well, we thought it was cool.
Yeah, Pinball FX3. You can buy some of the the Bethesda pack, I think.
Yeah, cool. It's got Fallout, right? Fallout. What the flip?
Yeah.
It did come up.
It's got Fallout. It's got Doom. It's got Skyrim. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
Skyrim's great.
All right, but that is going to do it for us today.
Yeah.
We are.
And we tied on challenges, so.
Because chat gave me a freebie, but I appreciate it. Good looking out, chat.
Is there anybody streaming right now? We should go raid. Does anybody know? Is anyone streaming?
Maybe.
Streaming?
I don't know. We'll look at me. Okay. But yeah,
we're gonna look while I tell that other
fill
joke.
time. No, we're gonna.
Well, we are going to Southern Fried Gaming, so if you're gonna be there, give us a shout when we're there. I'll probably be playing in the tournaments, and Kevin will probably be wandering around doing everything else.
Look for our.
We'll be wearing our What the Flip t-shirts. We'll have some with us if you want to be cool like us, because you know we're so cool.
Word. Oh no, we're thinking echo. Echo is coming.
Oh no, mute it. Yeah, sorry, I can't see chat right now, so if you actually like answered our question. Sorry.
I'll be at Southern Fried.
What?
All right. Osric. Yeah. All right. Well, then come up and say hello.
So yeah, say hello to us, and
all right.
We'll be wandering around playing some games because I think that's what you're supposed to do there, right?
Yeah.
Right? Maybe.
All right. Eclectic Gamers is playing some pinball, so we're gonna send you over to him.
What?
And thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
We had a good time. Hope you did too. Playing more pinball.
Bye. I can't click read now. Bye.
Bye.